Welcome, my lovely dears, to another fantabulous, peaceful, nothing's gonna go wrong session of the Western Chivalrics. When last we left off, Tristan and Cassy had a lovely little date time. There were some revelations that have left the poor lad with a lot to stew on. Faunra got to introduce her adorable sister, the small twin with the thick brain. What she makes up for in not having height or muscle, she makes up for in incredibly powerful wrinkles.
And Faunra just adores her.
She precious.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Adores. It's the best. Hally got, after spending some time with Mama Toe Beans, went her way down to that library and has hired the services of Faunra's adorable whale twin in order to help find the mystery of Galeholt's Slaughterer, a monster whose records appear to be hard to track and come by, resulting in the death of her mentor oh so long ago. At the same time, it has been learned that Bob, believe it or not, I know, surprising, is not in fact Bob's actual for real full name. Holy shit.
Wow.
I know, staggering.
I mean,
I
it's quite staggering in character.
I don't think they had a single suspicion, right, Hedrah?
Not the least.
No, not once.
Like, actually, in character, it is quite surprising.
I suppose so.
I mean, yeah, in character, but out of character, I've been saying
out
the
of character,
entire
no.
campaign.
Yeah, we've known.
Yeah. The entire campaign, everyone's been like, this fucking hung a Stolfo in a burlap sack is secretly like, I don't know, Vel.
Hold on,
I
let me
mean,
just copy paste what I said at the end of the last session. Yeah.
This is Lady Roberta. Is that Savin kissing my feet or begging at my feet? I can't tell, because if he wants to
why
play
not
fantasy
both?
Batman, bullying him is exactly how to go about that.
It looks like it's, like, turned away from them.
Oh, okay.
They're cowering.
I can't tell with... Oh, no, or he's presenting.
I mean...
Could be either.
No, the ass is pointing downwards. It's not upwards.
Yeah, that's because I'm going to go out with a foot first, obviously.
Lewd.
I know, right? Big lewd.
Kina, contain your slot.
Look, she's got a handful. I need to let her out and play.
I need the first equivalent of a hamster wheel to sprint in. I gotta get her to tuck it out.
Well, yeah, Kina, you got the leash. Go walk it. Walk it.
Okay. Before the DM gets herself a fluster.
My, the vapors are quite getting hot in here. She said.
The vapors. I do declare.
Well, it's quite warm.
It is. Thankfully, the sun is behind some clouds, so I don't have to have the aircon on, so you don't hear a compressor pump going. Goodness. Let's see here. You also found out that Sir Ivan was alias of the Eternal King. A fun imagining of a far younger man wandering the streets of his city.
I'm sure we'll see him again. Eventually.
Fucking cat. Oh, fucking pray you're 20 in, please. Oh, goodness. But I think that is the revelations that one has been left with.
I
So it's...
have one
Go ahead.
thing, though.
Yeah.
I would like to call a gathering of... I was gonna say the minds, but given our fucking party, just a group.
Wow.
Savage.
Rude.
That is true. Actually, yes. Only Ariel knows about Sorceress.
Just is probably going to spend like at least some modicum of time actually trying to look for the poor guy. He liked him.
Yeah, I mean, I told you that he had some business and whatnot, and we maybe might catch him later.
Also, I was really tempted to make his name not Ivus, but Nivus.
Damn it!
You should have
no.
named him. You could have
That would
been.
have been really good.
Yeah, you could have been Ivan, so you see Ivan.
That anagram of he shall not be named.
Oh, I see what you're doing there.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All
But
right,
no,
all right.
he's just Ivus. Sir Nivus of House Oxenif. Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Could not be more on the nose.
All right. But it wasn't, because it wasn't intentional. But yeah,
Just not-
it is still that first day of your wanderances around the city. Currently, right now, the evening.
Yeah, so because you can only study for 8 hours, some weird reason. But yeah, so just gathering up the party.
Sure, and I mean, how do you intend to go about that? I mean, I suppose you could pay messengers and runners to go look them up.
We're literally all in the same building at the moment, except for Tajana.
Yeah,
And the
it's just his
bee.
building's like couple miles.
Yeah, I was going to say you are actually not easy to find. You guys are in a location you're still like a mile odd away, while these guys are in that town over here.
Just
Well, yeah,
this
just
place must have somewhere to go eat or go to the bathroom. Just put a sign up, say, at all the bathrooms, just dear
At
Tristan,
Stoy-
Oh,
please
yeah,
come
there's
to
almo- there's
meeting room
almost-
number 3.
Yeah, there's almost certainly because the library is constructed like one of those rotating arches. If I move this aside, like that whole central area is probably like the equivalent of like restrooms, like outdoor eateries, cafe, etc.
Yeah, exactly.
So yes, indeed, you could all head on down there. I believe Cass and Trist are still passing back and forth a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah. I was gonna give it to my boy Ivus, but he had some business up in the tower, I guess. So chug a lug.
Excellent, tink. Well,
Alright,
she makes
so-
like a clink noise, but you can only hold like the bottle one at a time, so you have to make an air toast and a clink noise, and then hand the bottle off to the next person to swig.
No, it's we have the flask. It's fine.
Oh boy, the flask. No, she probably doesn't just hand that over for you to chug out of. Fuck you right up.
I have my own flask.
Oh, that's true.
Right, so was it Tristan or Bob that was calling this meeting or
Bob.
whatever? Alright then,
yeah,
so
yeah,
so
it's
we're all
sending
here?
after.
Wait,
Yeah,
should I
no,
be there
just
too?
sending after.
No.
Just
Okay.
sending after Tiana.
Sure, you can probably catch like a carriage down
Okay.
with a
Cool.
buzz just sort of like sat on the roof of it.
so what's this about, Bob? Why'd you need to gather us all up?
Well, since y'all were so happy earlier, I figure I'd share a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Share what?
Bit
Because,
surprised you're just delving right into it just a scant few hours after it, but okay.
Yeah, much less like as you might have. Tristan, remember that truth field there that you have to say your name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did you have some trouble with that?
apparently- Yeah.
Yeah, that sucked.
Mm. So, I want you all to know, I'm Bob. That's it. secondly, since we want to share, just gonna do this. Just turns around, pulls the sackcloth up. Yes, their pants and shirt underneath. Don't worry.
I mean, I was preparing for Rod to just present to the whole party
Yeah,
to make
I
up
was-
for this,
I was-
but
Yeah,
okay.
present
preparing
as
for it,
to
yeah.
move you assholes. But no, it's not that. It's not that. And just pulls up the back of the shirt to just under, the shoulder blades. So that you can see the lower back.
He's got a tramp stamp.
Well, that you could call it that, but
Oh, no.
there's just a lot of a plethora, a myriad of horizontal lines. They're crossing each other several times, like randomly, but mostly they go horizontally, and they're all thin scars.
Ooh.
That is
Like
very bad.
those
for you.
are, yeah, just close it down. Those are disciplinary scars.
Oh wow, you had a dad or a mom that sucked.
I don't think it was his parents that did that.
No,
Am
I
I right in
think it
assuming
was.
that?
I don't know. Who was it? You want some
Well-
fuck 'em up, boss?
No, it's no. It's just I'm done with that life and everything. It has to do with that shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the. You have a teacher that disciplines you because your parents don't have the fucking time and they have their own ideas how you should behave or act. So yes. Hi everyone. I'm Bob.
Fair enough.
Very well then. I won't delve further into it.
Sure. So if I lost like Jesse's token, where is she? Who is she underneath?
She's under Miranda. She's under Miranda.
Oh, there
Okay.
she is.
Well,
How did she get
Where
over
she
there?
belongs. Welcome to the
You
harem,
just heard
Jesse.
a fucking muffled, just hear a fucking muffled bird noise underneath there.
No, instead, Jesse's gonna speak up. So, what was your alternate future person like?
A circus.
Huh. Fair enough.
Because when you believe a lie so much that you become more than a joke of yourself, you become an entire fucking circus. So yeah. That was just it. That's like I figured it'd be like, openly share. And that's also one of the reasons why, like I don't really do like baths that much.
I mean, you bathe though because you don't smell horrible.
Oh yeah, I make sure to be clean and everything, but I do it privately.
There's no shame in having scars, Bob. Believe me, I've got my fair share.
Yeah.
Crystal,
Oh,
pull up
where?
his shirt, and there's just this massive indentation on his chest right over his heart, like fist-shaped, cleaving scar over it. I know they're
Oh,
bad memories for you too, but We're all knights here. We'll have plenty more scars before this is over. Don't have to hide anything from us like that.
Just Will Smith presents Faunra.
I
Yeah,
feel
but
relieved
the
that I'm unscarred. I'm certainly marked all over, but unscarred. Jessie will shuffle beneath her coat.
Yeah. So, but the difference is though, like how you perceive your scars. Like getting scars out here, kicking the shit out of stuff, and like cracking your knuckles on a blade boar's face, or other things. Like sure, those are scars of honor, valor, and that stuff. But when you got stuff like this, it's like occasionally you can see that stick to your head like marks of disgrace, shame, especially if you gotten that over a set amount of years.
Well, I mean, thank you for telling us. Would that I could inform you of my matters, but they're a little bit messy, I suppose.
No worries.
I'm rather oath-bound and sworn not to speak of a lot of it.
No worries. It's okay. Like I said, you tell me what you tell me. That's it. I'm not gonna pry into your history, unless it's we're like thrown face first into it, like
Oh
just
no,
to
I'd let you
stand upon
know
the
if we
charm.
were. I'd let you know if we were going to get randomly assassinated for me being an Azamar, but no, there's nothing like that. I just am sworn to secrecy on the matter.
Yeah, like I said, unless we're being thrown face first into whatever secrecy that is, then I'm not gonna.
Sorry.
I'm not gonna poke.
Fair. Cassie's tail does a swish, and I'm old. She puts up a hand. I'm way older than I like. Hi.
Like what? 27?
53.
Oh, you look damn good for 53.
I know, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't paid you over. That's his job. Over like more than 28 at best.
Fair.
Moisturizing works. Keep doing that.
Her tail does a swish, and she's just going to take the bottle off of Trist again for another chug before handing it back. That thing is looking perilously empty between the two of you by this point.
Yeah,
Well,
Oh,
Tristan's
yeah.
just
passing out
holding it
of-
up at this
passing
point.
out in the ditch.
Suppose if we're sharing things we can't talk about, you'll have to forgive me if I ever have to not tell you about information regarding my patron. Sworn to secrecy is that.
No, that's understandable. But there's one thing I actually have noticed that, like, about you that's different. I tend to keep, as you know, my eyes and ears out, and like from Cornwall, I think like around Cornwall, and since then you've been looking at things differently. I don't know what's going on in your head, but when you look at stuff, you like looking at stuff and then not through them, but beyond them.
You'd be correct.
So like I said, like I noticed that but I got no fucking idea what that is. So I just chucked
Unfortunately,
it up to that secret.
yes. Unfortunately, there's little I can really tell you on the matter. Not without breaking an oath.
Not. Well, at least we know Faunra's deepest secret.
What?
That there exists two Faunras.
I've told you about my sister several times.
There is a proud
No.
Rani noise as she is placed back down again.
Yeah, it's not quite a secret.
No, I mean that there's two types of Faunras. Like the Faunra that is when she's with her sister, and the Faunra that when she's not with her sister.
Yeah, she does tend to get giggly.
Ronnie's lop here will like twitch and she'll like, I don't get it.
I know what you mean.
Eh.
Nah, no idea. She's always been like this.
She will shrug, at which point Tiara reveals that she has selected a collection of carrot cakes and will totally claim one out of the basket.
Ooh.
Nom, nom, nom.
I mean, people tend to act different around their family. That's all. That's not news, really.
That's different kind of people, like
Do
literal
they?
person. Like I have never seen Faunra this.
Well, we haven't seen her around her sister. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, like I said, there's two types of Faunras.
You have a very skeptical look.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
like I said, it's a now known secret.
I like that Muscle Dog is apparently wearing a fanny pack.
Cut piece.
That's a fanny pack right there.
That's a fanny pack.
It's it's full of small dogs' treats.
Yeah, snacks.
And also like those plastic bags for taking poop.
Oh my god.
Fair enough. That's everything, though. What is everyone's plan for the evening? I myself wanted to take a look around the market and see about some of those steeds I've heard about.
They're certainly worth checking out.
Steeds are very pretty.
Proud Cassy noises.
That they are.
I mean, I hear the markets are pretty cool. That's what Tiara said. They're really neat and got lots of stuff.
I got this cool sword. I'll take out this.
That is a cool sword. And yeah, Miranda is already like rubbing some Hally ears.
Hally's going to thank the buns for helping her for today.
Oh, my pleasure, Ronnie will announce. Still munching carrot
Wait,
cake.
what?
He's an excellent little research assistant.
Yeah,
Oh.
Ronnie will quite proudly wipe ink-smeared fingers.
I know. I just heard just running her over. It's like,
Oh, no, my name Ronnie.
oh, okay. So it's like, wait, who ran over Hally? It's like, why? Who would you run over Hally?
I think Miranda's more about stepping over Hally, but yeah, probably not now, considering.
I think you're likely to push her over.
Oh well.
That's fine.
No one knows what that was about. Also, hi, it's Spirit Squire. The wrong Squire selected. How'd that happen?
Also, Skow&D is holy water or powdered silver and iron.
I feel like their prices are probably identical.
Oh, okay. That's rough.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a really powerful spell, so it does have a.
Yeah, it's expensive.
I will ask you for reimbursement on it. Do I get some sort of discount for holy water considering I'm a paladin?
You can
I mean, you
make
can
it
make your
yourself if you
And
prepare
then you can
ceremony
get it.
as well.
Yeah. I mean, you could ask Miranda. She's a paladin. She'll wave. Hi. Paladin or Wayland.
Miranda the Paladin?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
She will like lift her like God, I don't even know what she technically is wearing as clothing over the top of what is, armored corset piece. Probably just like a dress shirt or something, so that she doesn't flash and titters around town because she would get in trouble for that. And she will reveal that her armor corset piece is covered in Waylandite thunderbolts.
Oh, hey, check this out. I'll take the hammer off my hip and hand it to her.
Ooh, Miranda's gonna make a religion test. Never heard of it, but it's definitely Waylandite.
Yeah, we found it in an old church of his up north.
She'll test the non-existent edge and frown. Don't know why it's blunt though.
Yeah, well, it, watch this. Tristan will take the hammer back and give it an experimental flick, and lightning and sparks will dance around the edge, or quote-unquote edge.
Ooh,
There's a little bit of
very
his
fancy.
fury in it.
That's fantastic. Hey, if you ever find a priestess who will go over it, I bet they can figure out how to make that bit sharp again.
That's a good idea. I have to check out the temple.
Speaking of Waylandite, don't we have some stuff to go find? We got a bunch of Wayland stuff that we need to offload.
Hmm?
We got this
Wait,
old
what?
book. There's this old book in this slate thing.
Oh yes, we do.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, the ancient book of Wayland, a painted slate of Wayland.
Well, I mean, she'll gesture at the massive, massive, massive temple structure. There was a whole wing of Waylandites. We could go take a look in there.
Yes, we should do that while we're over here, before we visit the markets.
No rush. Sec. She'll rummage through her belongings and pull out a bottle of holy water. Here, I can make this stuff, no problem. You can have it at cost.
Cool. I will view
Check
that.
the cost for ceremony. 25
It-
GP.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
25 GP.
Yeah, she'll hand you a bottle of holy water for 25 instead of you having to purchase it at 50.
Cool.
You can see that her flasks have little Wayland bolts that have been scratched on very carefully. Usually I just throw them at spookers. And no, I don't have the capacity to do it, especially since you're an emblemite. I can't I'd also have to get powdered silver inside your tits. That sounds like the worst time ever.
Hmm.
Oh, so bad you can't get the Eternal King to, I don't know, bless them.
Eternal King is
Just
divine,
approach
I think.
the Eternal King and flash him. King, please, grab my bosoms. That'll go over well.
Adventure.
I just thought the Eternal King was that kind of arcane strong where they look like really powerful priests, if that makes sense.
Well, maybe one
Although there are
day,
definitely some people who think he's God.
maybe one day, those of us of lower birth will get a chance to meet him.
You never know. Just have to ask. Maybe he's not so busy.
Pourquoi? Ah, I guess you got to see him. Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe
see
that's
the
because
king.
you're like important.
Yeah, you are the daughter of a grandmaster. That's true.
Yeah.
This is fair.
I don't think you can call. No, he'll totally meet you when someone's talking about their lower birth. Like you're right up there. At which point, Cass will probably plant a hand on Tristan's head. And trust me, Trist, you're very important. It's just also the kind of important that is probably best not to reveal to the Eternal King.
Yeah. Well, it turns out it's a good thing that when I was picked up by the Dragon Knights as a little baby with a hole in my chest, they gave me the legal name Delance, because, oh boy, that Circle of Truth gave me a scare.
Yeah. Ooh, that might
I'm
have been very awkward. Yeah.
I'm just gonna blink for a second. You've had that scar since you were a baby, then?
Yeah, I was dropped off at the stronghold of the dragons with a hole through my chest, still bleeding out.
That's-
Mother was there too, and she disappeared.
The
That's
same
very
mother, supposedly previous leader of the Son of Pernal Court some hundreds of years ago.
Yeah. The way the knights told it, looked like someone had put a sword or lance through her and straight into me. But, considering what we've learned, I'm sure she walked that right off.
Maybe.
Maybe indeed.
Well, that was moderately depressing. I'm going to go check out the night market. Who's coming along?
That's the big market, right?
Big market, yes,
Oh,
indeed.
Sure.
They'll be
why
changing
not?
from day fair to night fair soon.
That sounds like fun.
Oh, hell yeah. Food.
Exactly.
Think I'll just get a little head start on my research.
Really now. Think you could pick up a reference book for me then, please?
Sure thing.
Cass is gonna pull up a little notepad and scroll some little alchemical details on it. Let's see here. I doubt they keep reference materials on the undead. Maybe on dragons. And sure, yeah. Scroll a little detail and see if you can't find like arcane research on dragons for her.
Sure. I'll be burning the midnight oil, but I've got a appointment with some magistrate. Was it 11:30 or something? Or no, it was 3:30. It's been a week. I forgot.
That's why I put it in the calendar, because I knew I too would forget.
It was in the
Excellent.
afternoon.
Don't have access to the calendar.
1:30, 15th of December.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, I've got a meeting with a counselor at 1:30 tomorrow. Wanna meet at the outside the bastion? I'll hand it over.
Sure, that'd be great.
Alright.
At which point she will pluck the rest of the whiskey away from you and give you a like chewing tea stalk that's caffeinated.
Fair trade. Alright. You all enjoy yourselves. Gonna get real intimate with the dust around here.
Yes. Good luck. It's quite an impressive library in there, all things considered.
Ronnie, do you
Don't worry, I'll
have to
find
stay
you.
here?
Oh, I don't have to stay here. I can come along. I can show you some of my favorite places at the night market.
Oh, that'd be great.
Sounds fantastic.
Yes, yeah, you could scroll down. Wait,
I learned.
did you not know that
No.
I've been writing on
No,
every
no,
calendar
no.
entry?
No.
That,
No.
No.
why don't you
No,
look over the
I don't
previous
think-
dates and you can actually see all of the things that I've been recording since
Because
the beginning of the
image
campaign.
when it comes up, the handout's default image, it's so big because it has all that white space at the bottom for some reason that we can't
God
see
damn
unless
it.
we scroll down, and we never knew to scroll down.
Oh my
Oh.
god, yeah, no, look, everything from August to December has had your
Oh.
dates and your journeys and arrival times all put in there.
Oh,
Oh.
well, that's great to know. Now we know.
Yeah, no, that's good to
Well,
know.
I don't really have any. I see December. That's
Do
it.
you not have August, September, October, November as well, all in the calendar's
No,
list
I just
I
on
do.
the right?
just
You
December 23rd.
absolutely do.
You absolutely should.
They are all visible.
Where?
On the
The
calendar.
calendars tab. I gave it its own tab.
Look, do you see the information tab? Literally the next tab down under it.
The information. Can...
Rivals, important
ah.
characters, objectives, information, calendar. God damn it. Is that going to be this episode's name? Session
learned.
34.
This is
The
definitely the most
calendar exists.
important thing that's going to
The
happen this
most
session.
important revelation. God damn it.
Oh, so that's where you noted everything down.
Yes.
Well, it
Well,
was just fucking a DM thing. I noted on the calendar. Okay, good to know.
oops.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
well.
they've all been on there for you guys.
Now we know.
Well, yep. The more you know.
Today I learned.
God damn it.
Reading Rainbow.
It's big brain time. But yeah, a lot of you can go on off to the night market. That sounds far too fucking busy for Jessie, so she's gonna hang around in Nerd Zone where it's quiet. You guys have fun.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll
Okay.
be back in a bit, so because there's way too many fucking people, but I need shit.
Let's see. So you're gonna be in Miranda Zone. Let's just do that quickly.
Into the nerd zone I go. Actually, where's Jessie? Is she gonna also just hang out in the library?
Yeah, the library's this building.
Oh shit! No. All right.
I don't know
Well,
what there it is.
We will do the cool thing where we are silently compatriating.
Yep.
Why is
I know
August
why
pulled
that was
up?
being so weird. Because I was showing off the calendar to people who didn't realize you could view the calendar and even scroll down to see the dates.
Oh.
Son of a bitch.
Literally nobody
minute.
realized. Wait, there's more.
I was really hoping that at least Pets would be like, yeah, I know.
That's what's so
And the
No,
and the
It was a
last
long shot.
and the last horse crosses the finish line.
We got there.
I was just up, so.
Yeah, no, it's not your fault. None of us know. Literally 0 people.
Ugh.
Well, now that I know.
Yep. All right. So, the market district. It's actually before the market district itself that you can reach like a very fancy stables that's been constructed in like one of the more open field sections of the park, where it is equal distance between like tournament grounds and market district. Let me just make a little texto section here of the right text color. Steeds and where to pet them.
is there a fucking brewery or sorry, an ale house next to it? So it's Steeds and Needs.
I'm supposed to go in that there. There we go. Steeds and Needs. There you go. The name of the emporium is literally Steeds and Where to Pet Them.
Oh, that's
I
adorable.
love it. Thank you.
Yeah, because a lot of the steeds are incredibly expensive, but people still want to like go rub a Pegasus's snoot, you know? Like,
It's the main benefit of owning a pet shop.
exactly. And what is a stables full of magical creatures than a glorified pet shop where everything's tall enough to sit on? So yeah, as you approach past steeds and where to pet them, Rani will tell you about the time they had a rainbow horse.
A horse.
And
Yeah, they had a horse whose mane was a rainbow. We thought it was going to be a unicorn, but it didn't have a horn. It was just a rainbow horse that some wizard made like 20 years ago.
Oh,
It
Sounds
was
interesting.
adorable, but he stole my carrots, which was not adorable.
Oh, unicorn stuff. Yeah, we passed one.
Huh? No, I said it wasn't unicorn. We were expecting a unicorn, but no horn. It was just a rainbow
I
horse.
know, but I'm saying we passed a unicorn.
Oh
On the
no,
way here.
Faunra has told me like everything you guys got up to. It sounds very
Oh.
exciting.
Exciting's one word for it.
Exciting, dangerous, terrifying,
Also
exhilarating.
all good words for it.
Absolutely. And yeah, as you walk on into steeds and where to pet them, you see that there are a couple of canopy horses. They are slender of build, similar to Cass's main body. You swear that both the canopy horses look at Cass and give her an up nod. Like, what's up, bro? She will have. At which point you can also see that there are two towering equine figures. Let's see here. Both are in front of stalls side by side. One appears to be a Pegasus of ivory fur and pearlescent feather, large wings tucked back, and you can see currently has a feed bag on and is munching away, watching you. There is like a woman with two kids who are looking up and at it with open mysticism, including another who is curiously trying to feed an apple to a steed of far darker coal black, whose mane appears to be constant flickering embers. Currently, there is a like blindfold rested over its eyes, although you can see that there is a sort of roasty orange glow from behind the dark fabric, and it reaches out to munch the carrot, which makes the young boy laugh. Besides that, I have to double check what the other Steedly Weedlies were.
You had a giant crocodile, you had a giant owlbear, not giant owlbear, but you had an owlbear, you had a dragon, lion, and you had two giant magic cats.
That was it. Yes. You can
Right,
see
two
that there
giant
is
magic cats.
no, just a singular giant magic cat.
Yeah.
There is a larger magic cat, probably like a just an oversized short-haired Burmese. It is sat on one of those benches that's like those kneading carpets of like coiled twine carpets so they can get their claws up on it. And you can see it's sort of like frayed the back edges to shit despite it looking quite new. Let's see here. Image there, I'll drop it in VCT. It is a gigantic version of one of these. As well as that, there is a dragon lion, which is much more reminiscent of a towering lion, although you can see that at the shoulders, both front and foreleg, as well as down the spine and to a large, barbed, lengthy serpentine tail. Indeed, scales, draconic in nature and covered with little barbs and spurs. It is like, oh god, it's probably not even caged, it's just sat down on a big fur bed. There's heat that just seems to radiate off of its form. and there is a sign that has been put up that says no pulling fur, no tugging scales. And then there is a 2 copper deal for feeding it like haunches of meat. Otherwise, its price for actual steed purchase is at a whopping 1,200 Electrum coins. The owlbear and the giant crocodile are, however, caged currently, although they appear to be dozing in a half sleep. The owlbear is definitely snoring, which sounds like bear inhales and hooting exhales, not outhale. I could English words real strong good. Says hoot, doing that to the side. Yeah. So Bob, you activate speech of the woods. None of the animals are
Right.
currently talking.
Yeah, it's always active. It's like a natural thing for me.
Oh, okay. Well, currently they are not doing anything. You recognize the noise the owlbear is making as the sleep of an owlbear.
That's nice. And just like, well, just look around. It's like, so like guys want me to like talk to them or ask how they are.
If you want to, I'm not stopping you.
Well, I'm asking if you all want me to.
Completely up to you.
God,
Well, I'm
check
gonna look at the
intelligence
cat.
nightmare. I don't know what you expect to hear from a cat. It's gonna be an asshole.
It's the one
cat.
animal that calls you ugly and stupid.
No,
No, it won't do that. They're too friendly for that, but they are going to be painfully indifferent.
it is incredibly passive aggressive.
Kitties.
I feel you told us the other day that they were cheaper than like 600 GP.
What, the
I can't-
canopy or
No, the mounts.
well, not all of them.
Yeah, I know, not all of them.
And the prices are in Electrum coins.
Oh, the price in Electrum. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, but
So
I need
they're
to do.
technically cheap.
I need to go do math real quick to figure out if I have enough money. Okay,
Mm.
so down.
But yeah, I don't know if anyone actually approaches. I think Ronnie will, as will Squire Tiara, who reaches into her basket o' snack and pulls out what appears
For-
to be a slab of duck jerky. There is a, like, I suppose, an attendant druid that you can see. Well, would it be a druid? No, probably a ranger. Who will sit up in their chair and watch just to make sure nothing fucky occurs.
Okay, just going over to the fucking magic cat there.
Hello there, cloth food. You will look very handsome for a meal.
Oh well, it looks like you're enjoying yourself in here. Nice and warm, something to scratch on.
You are far more observational than you look. It is warm, comfortable, and I am fed, yes.
After winter, wanna take a ride? Go out, see the world, eat things.
That depends, small person. What would one say is edible out there for me that is not edible here? And it begins to lick
Well-
itself.
Well, that is true. Live things, though. Unless they, feed you live things in here. You get to chase your own food. If you don't want to chase, I can just give you food. That works too.
I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want until I want it. I'm a cat.
Yeah, very big and excellent. Sure, let me just say that.
Ah,
Very
you
healthy.
continue to be more observant than you look. I'm very proud of your eye.
Eyebrow waggle.
The cat makes proud cat noises.
Indeed. It's understandable that you're very content and comfortable with yourself, looking the glorious form that you have.
Of course, I am content right up until I am not. Do you think that child over there is delicious? It's gonna like look in the
Just-
direction of a toddler who's like feeding apples to the nightmare.
I just look at it like, not really. Humans have a very sour taste to them.
That is because they're not afraid. It doesn't make them very delicious otherwise.
That
You see it
tastes
do the
like when
big
you're-
cat yawn and stretch, and you just see fucking huge claws sink into its kneading post again.
That's not really scaring me, as I can transform into an animal myself. I
Are you
just
trying to flirt
admire
with me?
big. Oh, flirt.
I wonder if this sign has if this place has a sign that says "Druids, please do not fuck the animals."
Do not fuck the animals. I don't care how many of them are
No
sentient.
furries allowed.
Signed the ranger. It's written in ranger cant though.
Yeah, it says, and in hidden druidic, no furries. Count them.
Fuck. Yeah, it's like the nightmare's like intelligence 10. Some druid's gonna be like, that sounds like consent to me.
No.
Listen, that Pegasus over there, it's probably got an intelligence of like 16 or so.
It's smarter than half of us. Passes the
How
hardness test.
smart-
Let's go.
How smart is the... it's Pegasus is also int 10.
Still smarter than half of us.
Yeah.
Uh,
Actually, I quite like that Nightmare and Pegasus have identical stat blocks, except Pegasus have higher wisdom. They go Wisdom, Charisma 15, 13. Nightmares go Wisdom, Charisma 13, 15. So it swaps when they become evil. Because everyone knows evil is cool.
yeah, that makes sense.
Nowhere near as wise now. If you wish to make a purchase, I will accept your superior taste.
Oh yeah, I would.
Of course, the choice of me would
Model.
indicate that you have better taste than most. Far more than
Well,
it
of
looked like you
course,
had.
that's. Oh yeah, have to keep everything on the down low. That way, I make you look so much better.
Of course. Not that I need any help. But you are very
Of
smart
course you don't.
and cunning to think as such.
It's all in the plan. It's the long con.
You guys are just watching Bob meow at a cat and have no idea that he's just being constantly negged.
These are strange.
The ranger's just gonna like shake his head slowly. Happens from time to time. Interest any of you in anything? Couple noble sirs out there.
I'm still debating on whether I want to get one or not.
Yeah, anyone or anything catch your eye?
The dragon lion looks quite fierce.
What, that giant kitten? And he's gonna like look across the other side. It's, as I say, like it's the only one that's unpenned or uncaged in any form.
Well, aesthetically, it does look fierce, at least. Maybe not temperamentally.
Fair. No, that one over there is a big sleepy softy, but certainly capable of incredible destruction and harm. We get the odd magic mishap, I suppose, is the best way to put it.
I'll raise an eyebrow.
Look, wizards like to experiment. What happens when you take, knee-high lizards with big old fangers and, I don't know, cram it into a desert cat, which is apparently what brought the softy to being.
That does make sense. Wizards are quite unhinged. Unhinged is probably the best word for it.
Too curious for their own damn good.
Only some wizards.
Yeah, Ronnie will huff. I take exception to that remark. I would never randomly splice an animal to another animal. Unless
Oh,
it
yeah.
really wanted to be spliced. In which case it would ask nicely and I would do it.
Well, that's because you're you, Ronnie, and I'll just pat her head. You're the best wizard.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Tiara is like buzzing behind you guys, like squeeing. And she is going to hand off some duck jerky to the gigantic dragon lion, at which point it opens an eye and you can see that it is like the slitted reptilian fashion, and when it opens its lionid maw, there is a long sneaky tongue which will snatch up the duck jerky and return it to its mouth for chewing.
You said it was like, what, 2 copper pieces to give like a haunch or something like that for it?
Oh yeah, 2 copper to feed it a haunch. This dude's got haunches o' meat.
Yeah, I got some free extra copper. I'll pay that and give the big lion turtle, not lion turtle, big dragon lion a haunch of meat.
Yep, it'll consume. It appears to be like on the bone offcuts. Yeah, we got them on the cheap from the butcher. End of the day. At which point, Dragonline will open mouth again, and you can see long, snaky tongue and huge razor-sharp fanger, and it will munch on haunch, hard enough to make bone crackle and break.
There were bones in the jerky? What did you just jerkify an entire...
No, I gave him a haunch to have.
A haunch offcut from the
No, just-
butcher.
Okay.
No, Kina. Amxal just threw a fucking mummy at the dragon lion.
I was going to eat
Here,
that
give me
mummy.
jerky. Get your calcium.
Oh, Professor, this jerky is delicious.
It
yes,
cures
I'll-
everything.
I'll think on whether or not to pick them up before I leave town.
All right, sure. And yeah, the Pegasus and Nightmare are probably just gonna have a little trot around. I'm gonna take them out for a walk in like an hour or so, and then we'll close up, just so you're aware.
Very well. That was just talk to the rangers and like very interested in this big beautiful one.
Ah, that's Stroppy Sod. All right, yeah. Prices on the card over there. Well, not card, plank, I guess. There was a card up, he ate it. We put a plank there instead. He now has only gouged it slightly.
Yeah. He said we're gonna out of character. Mount cost
800.
is No, for feed.
Oh, I have a list on feed, I'm pretty sure. And that is a cat,
that's
so it
fine.
eats carnivore ration.
Yeah, you have rations list somewhere. I don't remember where. I'm sure.
Information, ration varieties.
Yes.
Yep, carnivore rations.
They're the best kind.
Okay, so out of character, we don't actually need to get the mounts now. We just get them after downtime, right?
Yeah, sure, if they're still around.
Yeah, they're still there.
There's a non-zero chance that someone else will purchase them.
Oh. Well, we don't really have a. Well, I can buy it, so but I can stay here for the winter because I currently don't really have a place to set up for it during the downtime either. Because I sure as hell don't think it wants to be on a fucking raft to the ferry hold.
I think that Pegasus would love to go and hang out with the fairies.
Probably true.
Yeah, but if Pegasus probably a goddamn cat on a body of water, maybe less.
I don't know. Maybe ask the cat.
Well, just ask. Well, might as well ask how it is on boats and water.
Your mistrust of me is disappointing. Obviously, no force out there can keep me from getting from point A to point B.
I don't know if you like fairies.
Sure. Are they delicious?
They are the kind that you don't eat. Because if you eat, you're gonna have a really, really bad time.
I keep hearing that everything that looks delicious is something I'm not supposed to eat. This disappoints me.
Well, the humans are because they taste bad and will probably make you sick. The fairies is they'll get rid of all your fur or turn you into a dog. So there's that. They do a lot of magic, and if you hurt them, they're not nice.
Look, I get it.
You don't want.
There's the eat and the not eat. You don't have to make it so difficult. You're so very more verbose than I expected.
Yeah.
I was going to say that's not the right type of eating, but yeah, I suppose there was probably some semen involved in the mouth. It makes that same noise that those birthday blowers make. And you're over. The prices are not negotiable on any of them. Obvious reasons they're not exactly easy to come by. And they're all in demand by nights, so I can't go playing favorites.
I'm sure.
Very understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I expect
But
at some point over the course of the winter they'll be all picked up. Especially during tournament season.
Mm. It's like I'm definitely willing to help pay for her, but I wouldn't buy her outright.
Help pay for the nightmare?
Yeah.
It's just that every single time I keep
Same here.
Cool.
What's wrong, Kina?
every time I recalculate my downtime costs, the numbers change. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
What are you? How? What? How?
It's been wildly different, and I'm not sure why why this is
I
so
don't have the
incorrect.
answer to that.
I can't.
Did I just miss a digit somewhere?
Maybe.
Why is this wildly different than the last time I did it? What is going on?
Did you calculate in the wrong currency or something? Or
No, I'm
idea.
converting everything I have to gold,
Okay.
and then doing the deductions one at a time. Find my final result after my downtime action.
I've just been doing an Electrum because Electrum's easier to calculate given Skow's Electrum standard.
Yeah, it's just a modifier of 5.
Not even
Six
that,
silver.
because when you factor in if you're doing downtime and your hold, making it half cost, it just makes that 5 GP become 5 EP.
Yep.
It's 2 Electrum to a gold, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, making sure I had that at least. Okay, and then minus half point.
I'll buy the kitty cat then.
And minus what?
Cash here.
That's the skill training. Sword after working.
Well, we still have to get to the market before everything
Wow,
closes. Should be some things available.
Oh, night market's open way late. You'll be fine. For Running will announce.
Okay, because I have some things I need to acquire.
Depends on what you want to acquire. Night market, different a day market. Potions and stuff, that's day market business.
Night market probably has a lot more
Night
exciting,
market's
fun
entertainment.
toys.
This is where you buy your drugs, Bob.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's certain kinds of alchemy that people will indulge in at a night market. Just be careful, because last time there were a bunch of apprentices who marketed a good berry puree as raspberry. Jerks.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, they got terribly fined.
As they should.
Well, at least they were so goddamn cleaned out that it just whistled when they walked.
Running
There's
shudders.
no amount of justification for anything that is more than one good berry mixed together into something.
Yeah, I mean, like a puree.
I did try
Terrifying to consider.
I did try and create this smoothie. That didn't work so well.
Yes,
I
we
don't
know.
understand.
I know
We
from
saw the
experience.
after effects.
Understand the obsession with good berries.
I don't either.
Oh well. But yeah. Does anyone make purchases right now, or are you off to the night market?
I'm off to the night market.
Sweet.
I think so too for now.
So the last time I did my calculations, I had only 180 gold after everything was said and done, and that was after downtime was finished.
Right.
Now I have 540 gold, and I don't know where I went wrong the first time, or
Did
if
you
I'm
not?
wrong.
Did you not apply any deals the first time?
Okay.
Stuff being half prices, etc.
The half plate is already half price because that's what you said. I already
Yep.
had that one,
Yep.
and then I did half the downtime training to 125 gold.
Yeah. I don't know.
Mm.
Alright,
Yeah.
okay, we're just gonna do chat for that because I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
help you
guys can.
calculate this
I'm
out.
sure you guys can figure it out. As for the night market, you can see that there is a street carnival that is like fire dancers and music. There are drums, strings, all sorts of people gathered around in local areas while men and women sort of walk the streets, drinking drinks, eating food. It's like a fairground, except for the fact that there's no holiday paraphernalia, obviously. This is just how this place is at night. Sort of like a student town. No,
I'll
there's
pull out
there.
food
As I said,
wall.
Bob, the only place that is open in the night market that gives you consumables is going to give you some relatively questionable consumables. But at the same time, it's not fucking impossible for you to just say, "I buy some shit." You can do that in the morning.
Well, I wanted to
Just
buy that
do this.
shit for the day, so.
You can buy it in the morning. Yeah. Ronnie is gonna pull Faunra's arm along with a tiara buzzing right after to and also, like literally wave along the rest of the party to insist that there is a place that does the coolest food ever. Let's see here. There is a beautiful 2-story building with like sloped in roofs with fancy lanterns and stuff hanging off of them. It kind of reminds you of Stormwatch from what you'd seen before, and you can see that it is doing cuisine from the Eastern mercantiles. So this would be like, Japanese, Chinese, fare, although I suppose since it also happens to have Fantasy Australia, there's probably like a really good selection of steak food. If we're lucky, they're still going to have some tables up. They've got the Bernie girls in the middle of them.
Sounds neat. Let's try and see if we can find it.
Yep. And yeah, otherwise, does anyone have anything that they try to accomplish in the night market? Because Ronnie's just going to show you all the places to get like food and booze. Yay? Nay?
No, I mean we don't really know what the market night market has, so let's do food and then roam about.
Sure. Would you like to roll randomly and just see where you fucking end up in the middle of the night market?
Do it.
Sure, here in a second. I'm just doing calculations for Kina.
Yeah. God, after this, I'm gonna eat a bunch of bagels and put on some meat to slow cook in the mead. In the meantime, hey Savin, slide on over to you.
What's up?
So while these guys are all partying, drinking, eating, and having a jolly old time, it's just you and Jesse in the library. Evening has begun to fall, and there are like attendants lighting up lanterns with little light cantrips built into them, because obviously, big library, open fire. No.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse's gonna look over. So, Tristan, what is it that you're actually, researching? I'm curious.
A certain court, as you might expect.
Ah, I see. Some old forbidden law and stuff.
I don't
wonder
know
though.
if it's forbidden. That's the thing. I can't. Nobody seems to know a damn thing about them.
Well, if not forbidden, then I guess expunged.
That might be it.
We're better off finding someone who's old, I suppose, more than looking for any written logic. It's unlikely anyone's had their memory wiped.
That's my thought on the matter too. That's why I've got an appointment tomorrow with their political history advisor to the king.
That does sound like someone who's going to be quite old. Or at least know the correct old people, or have records.
That's the hope. And if not, then there's surely some wizened old fuck in this city that'll know something. Elf, probably.
Almost certainly, yeah. This place is huge, at which point she sounds very uncomfortable.
Well, at least for your sake, the library is mostly empty now.
Yes, it looks like all the students have all left to go get drunk at that night market. Although you two seem to smell a bit like a distillery now.
Look, I just inverted my day schedule from everyone else. That's all.
Fair enough.
So what are you looking into? Just more of the same?
Well, I was looking up a number of anatomical documents. She'll pull out a book that you can see is like either like a Skinner or a Carver's repository, like anatomical diagrams of magical beasts and creatures of darkness, uh, as well as information you recognize as like smithing tones, references in to like exposing different types of bones and darkness creatures to sources of heat. She'll sound annoyed after a moment. A lot of it's incomplete, but I believe that's so that people can't learn to craft arms of darkness for themselves. For
Yeah.
obvious reasons, that would be quite dangerous. But learning how to best take stuff apart is important.
Just looking for new and exciting ways to cut up the monsters.
Yes, I, for instance, didn't really know much about taking apart a creature that was mostly gelatin, for instance.
It's a learning experience for us all.
Yeah. So she will indicate one of the tomes that she's shown a lot of interest in, especially on finding out what some of these bounties are. I decided I would look into what knowledge I might need for taking them apart, as well as any kind of inference on their weaknesses.
Makes sense.
Borrow a phrase, though, unfortunately, a lot of their weaknesses are supernal as opposed to physical.
Well, Miss Asima, that ought to be right up your alley then.
Indeed, I'm gratified to be what people call a soul knife. At which point she will gesture a blade into being, and with a matter of thought, it reshapes itself into something more scalpel-esque.
Soul Carver, maybe.
Indeed, alas, the amount of concentration and juice that would take out of me for an extended action is less preferable. But making initial challenging incisions so that I can then utilize my actual kit, quite good.
I bet. And you can put it down to get at the underbelly, too. Handy skill. Never did say
Of
where you
course.
picked it up. I've never seen power quite like that before.
I'm afraid that's one of the things I'm rather sworn to keep to myself. If the knowledge presents itself to you guys naturally, I'll be able to explain it, but I can't go just supplanting that for you myself.
Understood. I won't pry.
Yeah, it's not a matter of prying, I just can't say. She'll shrug.
Fair enough. Tristan's gonna reach over and pull down that big old book that Cass was looking for. Here we go. What's this then? Tomes on Dragons. But I wouldn't give the chance to carve one of these bastards up.
So I've had before. Unfortunately, they seem to be quite rare, and it's entirely possible that the majority of them have abandoned the chivalrics entirely.
Ugh. Even Sir Andrew couldn't find more than just an egg to crush.
I heard
Probably,
about that, but eh.
probably found it in a den with a dead mother or just abandoned. I think that's the
That's
last dragon we'll see for a generation, probably.
that's the expectation. Of course, now they say there are dragons stuck in the sun.
Craziness.
She shrugs.
I'm gonna flip this book open. What is it that Cass has been looking to find here? Is it just a tome on like draconic anatomy?
Give me an intelligence check.
Sure. Any skill on top of that, or just raw int?
Let me have a look at what you got to
I got
hand.
Arcana.
Yeah, alright, give me an Arcana. Okay. Majoritively, it appears to be not anatomical studies exactly, but magical formula in reference to like anatomy, alchemy, blood scale, dragon magic, etc.
So what you can make out of a dragon.
Yeah, and other matters because dragons are innately magical creatures. And you're aware of this matter at the very least. It's not runic in the same sense that you cast runes, but they happen to have their own magic script. Indeed, they're like if you think of your runes as um root language for enchantment, theirs would be root language for incantation.
Makes sense.
Like if anyone ever writes a spell on a spell page, like if someone understands Draconic, they'd probably be able to glimpse at least a fifth of what they're looking at on the page, even if they don't have a magical understanding. But if anyone were to look at an enchantment without any magical understanding, they wouldn't understand a goddamn thing. It's just runes. Like no one writes a scroll into the wall and then suddenly that's an enchantment. They're just different languages. This appears to be a breakdown of like what blood is and how it is used in the crafting of spells.
So, what is blood in relation to the crafting of spells? Say, I don't know if one were to combine that with a heart.
Well, there's the rub. It's hard to say because although blood is a typical reagent for a lot of stuff, a heart isn't. And you don't really have any necromancy law. Like, obviously, you're aware that that's the law implicit for like working with body parts, so to speak. Although blood is just more common use and also used in crafting.
Right. But say in relation to alchemy, because
Okay.
that's my business. I'm an expert alchemist, you might say.
Yeah, give me an alchemy test.
All right. Alchemist tools. 20 or 24 if Jess is assisting.
Yeah, she'll probably take a break and lean over and have a help. Fuel. Dragon's blood is like fuel as far as alchemy is concerned.
I see. Fire while
Or
it's alive, fire and death.
Yep. Dragon's blood would be like fuel, and honestly, a vampire heart's probably more a catalyst than an actual, like, reagent. There's probably a third step, although God only knows what that might be. She hasn't divulged that part of information.
Yeah, Chris just clenches his jaw shut. I see. Well, I think I've made about enough progress for tonight. I'm gonna go find somewhere to lay my head.
Sure. I believe knights have, like, always a hotel room exception somewhere in high residence.
Yeah, a little fancy for my tastes.
Well, the forest keep bunks in the inner grove.
I'll see. See you around, Jess. Good
Alright,
luck in your
take care.
research.
Thank you. It's more like light night reading by this point, and you see her like literally put her boots up with this big like anatomical document just like resting in her lap as she leaps through it, as though she were reading a goddamn fantasy novel.
Alright. I'm going to leave the library, and I'm going to go find, like, a shitty, mediocre hotel. Preferably, like, near to the north gate of the bastion.
Trying to find a bunkhouse.
Not necessarily a
Get
bunkhouse. I'd like my own room, but I don't want it to be somewhere where the rest of the party's likely to end up.
there's probably living space on like the back line close to the river corners of the guild residences that, you know, just overlook essentially the river.
Sure. That sounds like a plan. Shall go there and drop a lecky on a room.
Yep. They will happily accept your custom and let you know that breakfast is as early as 5 in the morning.
When does it stop? That's the real question.
He will smirk and inform you that this is a guild residence house, not a hotel. It stops at 10.
All right. 10 it is.
None of that all-day breakfast nonsense he'll huff.
Understood. Well, long day ahead. Turning in.
Cool. All right, and as for the party, let's do some rolls, see where the fuck you end up.
Yeah, what role do you want?
Roll me a D handy.
Alright, 1d100.
One for whichever group ends up going to a place. Ariel, are you traveling solo or have you got people in your company?
I'm content to walk around solo if people don't want to walk around with me.
Wouldn't want to walk around with you as well.
Alright,
The
sounds like
choice
you've
is
got a
yours.
Tajana.
I'll go with Ariel.
Cool. Alright, with a 40, you find a theatre's playhouse. Sounds like they are doing an oldie but a goodie. And it's a comedy piece about the Black Knight whose job was to collect the heart of an innocent maiden. And you know, it's good entertainment. It's the bards who have done this one before, and you've almost certainly heard it, and you've probably heard a lot bawdier versions than the one that's being done right about now. But it's a good show in the play. Next time you have a let's go with a social test. You have a 1d4 that you can throw onto it. A little bit of a bardic inspiration for taking in the culture.
Okay, I'm just gonna mark like a d4 on me then.
Yep. Same for Tajana.
What was it again?
We have a d4 bardic for the next social test that we do.
Yep. Because you have absorbed some culture and taken in a show.
Yay.
Let's see here. Cass is happy to follow the Rani party. So Kina, give me a D handy.
Sure, for Faunra, Ronnie, and
Tiara and Cass. She's gonna tag along.
Right.
Let's see that 69. Take him
Fa-
directly to a sex shop.
Faunra and all the
on there.
NPCs. 10.
10. Okay, no, you actually go from one restaurant full of food to another place that's doing competitive eating.
Oh no.
Cass will smirk and then inform you guys that Centaur have a second stomach if they need to go on, like, you know, a marathon journey at steed speed.
That's cheating.
It is. Yet she will approach a table and sit down and plant 5 Electrum.
Alright, fine. Have it your way. It's the handicap.
Alright. Anyone who wants to take part in the eating competition, give me a constitution save. Cassie has advantage by utilizing the Centaur's second stomach.
Pursuit centaurs. So it's just I won't have disadvantage, just a normal roll.
Just a Constitution save, yeah.
Mm.
Oh, you fucking best hurt anyway. All right. I wonder what food is going to be at this eating competition then. It could be fucking anything. Just fucking burgers. So everyone gets to watch as Faunra and Cass consume an inordinate quantity of burgers, but Faunra, you come out on top and you win 10 Electrum.
Oh, I made my money back in double. Oh, cool.
Yep. Cassy lost
So,
5 Electrum. Huff.
Electrum. I'll put that, actually add that onto that thing. So.
Yep. Congratulations. While this is ongoing, Ronnie's just like ordered one of those gigantic pitcher cocktails to watch this. Ariel, what are you doing? This eating competition has just like started up. Sorry, not Ariel. There, my brain. You already went off to your thing.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, right. Yeah. What was Tiara doing at the same time? Oh, God. You know what? She probably joins in as well. She's also not going to wager like 5 Electrum though, because she knows she's small. Where everyone else, they tall. All right, yeah, no, she managed to get like halfway into a burger before realizing that honestly, burger and sushi does not agree with her entirely. And loses 2 Electrum. Don't.
All right, I think I need to sleep now.
Yep.
I'm gonna sleep.
Ronnie, of course, will agree that this is a good idea. Utterly shit-faced after sitting there and just like drinking a gigantic cocktail pitcher while you three like eat yourselves into a frenzy.
Where's a nice place to sleep?
I have a place. It's fine. Slow dorm room.
Okay, that sounds nice. Let's go there.
Cass is going to insist that she's off to a high-class hotel. And yeah, Ronnie will take you to what is essentially like a great big student dorm. And she will indicate that there is like a living room, like sofa area almost, that you guys can just sort of crash in. Unless you join Ronnie in her... I was going to say Faunra might want to get in some sister snuggles, but there's no way Ronnie's bed is actually big enough for you. You're just a goddamn hoogmungus.
It's fine. I can be down here on the couch.
Yeah, Hallie's having a great time. By this point, you're probably in your own hotel room, like all the way over there. You're in an eating competition of your own. Yeah, Ariel, you can locate a toy shop eventually. Tajana, it looks like at some point Ariel slips away to go acquire lurid toys of fun. What do you do then with the night market to yourself? I'm hearing nothing. All right. Next day. Ariel.
Mhm.
Give me a wisdom.
A wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom save, check, or
Just
what?
a check.
Okay.
Gotta navigate a lot of drunk people in the late portions of the night to find your way to a shop of fun.
Oh no.
No.
You find the
okay.
funnest shop. The
Yeah,
one
you
don't
thought you
leave
were
from.
going. You thought you were going to a toy shop. No, you end up in a sex den. Oops.
Mm.
Well, when in Rome.
Nah. We'll look in, then I'm just gonna walk right on back out.
Ah, you get flashbacks like fucking sex PTSD. There's like a room with stripper poles, and you're like, oh no, not again.
Ah.
You were in Poonam.
The parties, I can still remember them.
Yep.
Every night, every day.
They make you moist.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll have to find that shop another night in the night market because it's getting late. I'm gonna go find see how much is a high class hotel? Like what, a GP for the?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll spend a GP to stay in a nice hotel.
Okie dokie. Yeah, you end up in the exact same high class hotel that Cass has gone to previously.
Yeah.
All
Speaking of
right,
that,
they would have loved to have been acquainted with Yes Mother.
Yeah, speaking of Yes Mother, I actually need to try that on and adjust the straps and everything, make sure it fits me properly.
Sure, excellent. You want to give me another wisdom?
Save or check?
Check.
Okay.
No, okay, you don't notice anything weird about it before you put it on.
All right.
So, would you like to give me a Constitution save as you suddenly you slide this thing on and it cinches in nice and comfortably, and you get a little hot flush.
Sure. You said Constitution save?
Yep.
Okay.
So, this delights me because you know how you were talking about some stuff that you might be interested in acquiring or asking Embla for, and
Yeah.
well, would you like to make me a second Constitution save as you look down and find that your clothing is suddenly found bereft of fit, and
Oh,
that
no.
strap-on so has taken on brand new life.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Hi.
All right. So, not only do you have foot and a half a stallion dick, you also have 2 apple-sized nuts.
Wow. Let me just go write this on my bio so I don't forget it.
Congratulations on your great big old floppy horse dong. And apple-sized nuts. Yeah, it wasn't you for once. That's what mostly surprised me.
I know, right?
Well,
I honestly don't even know what just happened to you.
She put on a strap-on that she found inside a dungeon and never told anyone about. It was made of like fucking silver and inscribed with Yes Mother. What you didn't notice with your failed wisdom check was that there is actually like an instruction like scribe on the inside where you could have dictated the type of cock you had or left it set to inactive. It was left switched on in stallion dick mode.
this is fine. I'm gonna need to get new underwear tomorrow.
You are. Congratulations on your humongous horse dick and big balls.
Well, it's a good thing skirts are in style this season.
Yeah. Clearly, I need to try this out tonight, so that's what this night's gonna be spent doing.
Sure
Now
thing.
she needs new art.
Yeah, you also happen to have like just a nice, like, I guess it looks more like a black leather codpiece now that the dick is missing off the end of it.
Yep. This is fine.
Congratulations. Yeah, you guys were typing out. Fucking Savin knew about this as well, and when he saw you were typing out like, "Dear Embla, please give to me horse dick," he's just like, "Fucking, she just needs to do the thing." Like, yes.
You just constantly tell Savin everything with these curse items. Come on now.
Look, there was a 0% chance I would ever put it on, and it was really fucking funny.
Okay, yeah,
That was
we were
really,
both
really
fair,
goddamn
yeah.
funny.
wondering how can we make Kina put this on, but no, alas.
No, it didn't happen. It went to Ariel instead. I was
Don't
really
worry, Kina,
expecting Kina to get the horse dick.
I bit the bullet this time.
You sucked the bullet. By which
You
you mean
jumped
you
in
can
front
probably
of the
now,
bullet,
like,
and it was splattered
I
all over
did.
you.
yeah, now you get to experience like going down to bed, like lying back on your shoulders, ass against the wall, so you can look down at yourself and really take the bullet all night long.
Yeah.
You get a good look and a good experimental try with your anatomy. Would you like to give me one last con save and just see if you give yourself a rank of exhaustion going to town on your new dong for an entire night?
Oh, absolutely. 13.
All right, no, you managed to pull through, but I'm Tesh.
Oh, this needs adjusting for later today, but that's for later today.
Yep. And with that, a new day dawns. Tristan, you are sleeping in a guild house, so like it wakes up quite early around you. Like workers get up and start having breakfast at like 5 or 6.
Yeah, that's fine. Triss probably didn't sleep much, if at all.
Sure.
Well.
Want to give me a con save for exhaustion?
Okay. No, wait. Bob gave me a
Either-
tea, actually. That would help with that.
Oh,
I will drink
that's
one
true,
of
actually.
those.
Yeah, okay. Excellent. In which case, you are fine and dandy. Well, not so fine and dandy, but physically you're fit.
Yeah, mentally, but... See, I have 3 of those
Yeah,
left.
I had been brewing because I knew that everyone's gonna be studying shit, so I brewed night tea for everyone.
Yeah, no, instead it was just... It wasn't studying this time, it was just having a minor panic attack all night. But, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Alright. Just gonna go down, eat breakfast, go back to room. I just continue reading some of this book I checked out for Cass, because why not? Till
Sure.
my meeting time comes around.
Yeah, give me another Arcana test.
Okay. Or would this be Alchemist Tools?
Yes, sorry, you could do either technically. Look, you're just gonna have to open your armor like down the underside and hide behind the tabard all the time.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, with a 20, you can glean yet more understanding. Ask me a question about the book.
Alright, so Dragon's Blood is a fuel, you say. Could it be used to not necessarily revive the dead, although maybe, but could it be used to restart failed or disabled organs? Say, I don't know, a heart that's not connected to anything, at least temporarily. Get that bad boy beaten for a bit.
Yes, it probably could do that. Although, as far as you're intuiting, you'd probably need a priest and not a wizard for that, because, like, restarting hearts, regardless of, alchemical formula, way out of the scope of arcane magic. That's like epic tier arcane magic to replicate healing. But, like, a priest, I mean, shit, you've got a companion who could already technically do that if it hadn't belonged to a vampire in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, well, that seals the deal then. Time for Triss to just kind of stare into the middle of distance until 1:20 and get on down to the gates.
Sure. And while you are getting about that, Stray!
The uncuckening. Finally, Skow has the key to your cage.
Yep. So, Hally wakes up on a fresh early morning. There's probably a magical dick like across her face, like sideways, where she fell asleep.
Can't see the haters.
Like an eye mask. It keeps the daylight sun out. Mr. Johnson of the Juice Crew. Goddamn. So, Stray, what do you do?
I made the roll last week, so
I don't have the record of the roll. Sorry. I know that you did do it, but
natural 20 from
right.
Hally helping out.
Ronnie.
Yeah, there we go.
Sure. There is
This is only the second day out of 3. You said it'd take 3 days.
Yep. But as you come on in ready to roll, and Ronnie is like already there, but you can see that she has like a sealed container of what appears to be very strong tea, and she looks hungover as fuck. And she'll look up at you.
And hang on. Give me a second. Let me click the button.
Thank you. She'll slide the tea away. That thing got cold ages ago. I just couldn't stomach more liquid.
I'm helping.
I drank an entire bottle, of just Northern Hooch and juice.
Does it look like she also has the exhausted condition?
No, she did still go to sleep properly.
Okay. Well, you always have to ask when it comes to college students.
This is true. She just has it naturally instead. Faunra and Tiara, there was probably quite the experience in the morning when, other dorm students started, walking through the room,
Yeah.
a bunch of nerd wizards, just, suddenly see these two smoking hot women just, splayed out across the dorm couch, and that awkwardly,
Who the fuck are you?
slide around. And
Oh,
Next-
little nerd.
Next time, let me know. I can help. See?
nice. Although, trust me, I was drinking for longer than an hour.
Hmm.
Oh my god, I'm getting so hungry. It's unreal.
I have snacks with me today, so I'm not.
I might just want a second quickly to grab a snack. I'm hungry.
Yeah,
I'll
go.
be a
Go
moment.
get your snack.
Grabbing a drink and a snack because my stomach is just doing the big old grumbles.
Okie dokie.
I might get the shakes at this rate.
That's never good.
I have, but that's when I was much younger and I just played video games for like 3 days straight without sleeping.
I've
Back
never
when-
done.
Really?
The longest the word I've pulled I've done an all nighter one time.
Dude,
Just
when
one.
when Halo 3 and the Orange Box came out, I was up for days playing those.
Orange Box was so good. What an amazing bundle of just fun.
It was fantastic. Welcome to Ravenholm is still like the best video game level of all time.
That was the first time I ever played Team Fortress 2. Orange Box.
That was actually the first time I played Team Fortress 2 as well. I was terrible at it.
Oh god, yeah.
It was nothing like what I was used to because I played a lot of Counter-Strike back then.
Yeah.
It turns out those skills do not translate well between those two games.
Not exactly, no.
Which is funny because they're both Valve games.
Yeah, but, you know,
They're very different Valve games, to be fair. Yeah.
I had no idea the soldier could rocket jump.
I never could get a hold of rocket jump. Get a hold on rocket jumping. That was just super weird.
You had to be an old school
Same.
Quake players for that.
I didn't play Quake. I
Because
played
it was first.
I
Yeah,
played a
remember
lot
it
of.
was introduced in the.
Go ahead, sorry.
Well, it was initially introduced in. What was it? Not Doom. Rocket moving, that was Doom. Rocket jump was Quake.
I played a lot of Killing Floor and Counter-Strike.
Yeah. Like I said, rocket jumping was second nature to pretty much anyone that was heavy into Quake. And the fact that Team Fortress was initially a Quake mod. The game wise, I think was like I stopped working out for like a couple of days.
I return.
So it was
Oi.
just
Welcome back.
gaming, eat, sleep.
I'm just talking about old school shooters.
Yeah.
Chom nom nom nom.
Chomp, 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 crunch.
Lunch. Okay.
Many crunch. Bacon flavored Lays. All right, rock and roll.
Yeah, you are working on a timer now, Savin.
Oh, are we doing me? I thought we were still on Hally. All right.
Oh, yeah, we're on Hally, aren't we? Never mind.
So, as you are settling down, a hungover, or well, now no longer hungover Rani will slide you a piece of parchment.
Okie dokie. Is it written in a language I can understand?
It's a picture.
Picture, you say?
It's her
Mhm.
giant
Oh my
penis
god,
in her
is it a
mouth.
pop? Is it a pop-up book?
No.
Oh,
It appears to be a tightly bound sheaf of pictures of different beasts of darkness that have been encountered in the past, as taken by a rather artistic member of the fairies some perhaps like 20, 30 years ago. They're very good pictures. This was obviously an incredibly talented artist. They used some dark, like different weighted charcoals and then glazed the front of the parchment over so that none of it would rub away. So they've all got this like waxy texture to them. It feels like it would crackle or break if you turned the page too hard, but it's been set in, I suppose, the equivalent of like a tin ring binder. And she's flipped it over to show you not just a picture, but a series of pictures. And you can see these are of lumbering creatures with 4 reptilian legs, like on either side, left and right, 8 legs total. Fur sprouts from beneath scale, and you can see sharp fang and teeth. And they have these aquiline, speedy looking, I guess, fins almost. More reminiscent of bony spurs. And you could swear you recognize those eyes. Here's the thing, though.
okay.
This creature doesn't look quite right to you. It doesn't look like anything that could, like, sprint from canopy to canopy and, like, behorse someone before skidding away and leaping at you again. See, I was looking at a thing because I remember your description and I was just like counting out stuff that didn't quite fit until I realized you must not have seen one very fast creature. You saw multiples. It was a herd of them. They just looked quick.
Future me said them when she described the monster that killed Mr. Galehout.
Wow. That would be why. It was a them. If it was theirs.
What are these?
Don't know that yet. I'm still going to need to look into it. I just wanted to make sure you recognized them.
The eyes look familiar, but they came at us from the trees.
I'm looking for it, but this, I'm thinking, is the best bet. It was never a fast creature. There was just lots of them, so it looked like it was moving from place to place.
Huh. Okay. Carry on. Oh, hourglass is empty. Time for snack.
What? But I only just started. She whines.
I brought wine. I brought some nice wine from the Hairhold, and a box of nice chocolates.
Okay.
Berries.
I've turned it twice. It's good for your it's good for your think meats to take breaks.
My think meats must be mired in knowledge.
Honor will start rubbing Ronnie's head.
Ah, fine.
Just a little one.
Okay. Small break.
Brought a picnic basket.
Okay. And yeah, you can take them out for head pats, snackies, and blanket time. Tiara will probably hang around for at least one of these events before, realizing that the cost of these events is also then having to sit in a library for 2 hours, so she will leave you to it after that.
Okay. Don't.
She should go and joust with Tristan.
I mean,
She will
yes,
probably
but
go to the tournament grounds for entertainment's sake anyway.
Trist is
Check
not
out the
going
supplier
over.
errands. Yeah. So, Tristan, Ariel has slapped you with a spell, and
Yeah.
you've made your way into the courtyard. You can see that Cass has just sort of stood by a standing fountain. A glance up at the sky shows that it looks like rain is on the horizon once more, but you've been blessed with a couple of days of mostly sunlight.
Good. Good. All right.
Hey there, Trist. How'd you sleep?
All right. By my standards. Found that book you wanted.
Ah, excellent. Thank you. I had been hoping it wouldn't be too difficult to find.
No, considering the subject matter, it was practically front and center. Yes, most people these days aren't interested in how to carve up dragons, what to do with them.
Yeah, well, fair enough. She'll hold
Before
out a hand
he
for it.
hands the book over, Triss is gonna press it to his chest and say, and actually, he's gonna look like suspiciously at the guards of the keep there. There's probably some, standing outside. Say, let me hop up a sec. I wanna talk about some things. Privately.
Okay, sure. She'll half turn so you can climb aboard.
Yeah. Become as night. Plant myself on her
She's
back.
not got she's not got full barding on or anything, so it's mostly bareback. She's thrown probably just a second horse blanket over herself.
Yeah. She just got her big old gothy black horse blankie.
Yep.
Alright. So yeah, Tristan's gonna still keeping the book in his lap, say. So this tome here has got me thinking about some things.
Okay.
Just wondering why exactly you're interested in all this.
I think it's the kind of answer you're expecting. I want to see Velt slain. Need a weapon to do it, don't I?
Do you? Why help us, though? We're not exactly aligned in every respect. A bunch of light arms seeking knights from the kingdom. And you?
What makes you say that doesn't align with me?
Just, you're different than us. You know what I'm talking about.
How about we take a little canter away from the main path?
Sure.
Look, yes, I am older and more experienced than the lot of you, I suppose. But what is it you want to say, really?
Chris is going to breathe a deep sigh. Say, back in Cornwall, that fight at the end, we killed one of your kind. You helped us. Why?
And now what answer are you hoping for?
I want the truth.
Would you permit me the time and privacy to tell it properly? Right here by the bastion is very much a nerve-wracking place to consider.
Yeah, but you can understand why I'm a bit nervous too, in private, considering. And Chris is gonna just reach a hand around Cassie's waist, as if to, hold her, but instead he just puts it on the little knot of her horse blankie, says, "'Cause, see, I know what you're capable of.
What I'm capable of. If
Yeah.
you wanted what you're capable of.
Learning more and more every day. I'm not sure I like it."
I've never, ever told a lie to you.
I know. You're too stupid to ask the questions.
I am one of those creatures, and I do want him dead. I am still a knight. My position isn't exactly in highest regard. The task that I accepted is the same one that a great many knights have undertaken, one that expects very little pay most of the time. To slay Velthramar was the only way I would be permitted my life.
What, so they knew?
One person did, at least. I told you briefly about my family. If you're not too nervous, I'd like to reach into my bag and show you a portrait.
Sure.
No.
Yeah, Tristal will
She-
have like an action ready to undo her horse blanket.
Of
But
course.
failing that, unless she like whips out a wand and blaps him, then he's gonna let her.
Okay. Yeah. And she reaches into one of her bags and pulls out what appears to be a very old, like many toyed with. The edges are frayed and it's been drawn in pencil. It is a picture of a number of centaur. One of them is a much longer haired Cassy. It's tied up in a really neat braid that goes all the way down, like inside of her back into her chest, and you could see she's not got any wizard accoutrement on her. She's wielding a spear and has like a little Hopland style shield, and she is smiling with a much larger, more charger-esque centaur beside her. He's got a hand on her head, and you recognize some of his like bronze, like spurred out barding as the kind worn by the Knight Enchanter. It's definitely that brushed bronze, like curling angles look. They look quite happy, and there are other centaur there as well, similar build to Cassy. That there was my adventuring group, and my back when the picture was drawn of us, boyfriend, later
Yeah.
fiance. I told you that an adventuring company went to your mother's old home.
Mhm.
I was supposed to be there with them, but I was with child, so I had to stay home. While they were there, they turned the place over and uncovered a great many secrets. I didn't know they were followed back. He killed them all, Tristan. He killed all of my friends. Killed my fiance. Took back everything they'd brought with them from her, I guess, hideout, her home, except for a little flask that had escaped his notice.
Built himself, huh?
Mm-hmm. He was not happy with whatever else they'd found, and I never got to find out what that was. I don't remember the rest of our meeting, is the problem. I know we encountered face to face, but I awoke unharmed. It wasn't for some 10 or so years that I realized I hadn't been aging. I cut my hair and it didn't grow back. She'll gesture a haircut. Luckily, it was well cut, otherwise, I would have been in quite poor predicament. I would have stayed there for my children, but I couldn't. Believe it or not, a hay bale ended that fantasy. There was a barn with a lifting crane, had a hay bale up on it, and it fell. The crane snapped, and a large pike ran me through, and it was, pinned through me by this gigantic hay bale. And then I realized I was going to get up just fine, with a lot of questions that I couldn't answer, and I had to leave them.
How did you live that long without stepping into the sun and combusting? Where did you find this? Oh, jerk on the horse blanket.
She winces when you jerk on it. I'm attuned, so that actually isn't going to suddenly, conflagrate me if you just take it off.
Trish will not answer that.
Yeah, I'd be fine for an extended period. That as well, I don't know. This is a burial shroud. It's not a horse blanket, and
I know. But where did
I
you
don't
get
know.
it? You
My
just woke up
fiance
with
had
it?
it, but yeah, give me an insight.
Fuck. Alright. Yeah. Eh?
Her brow's furrowed when she's looking down at this blanket before she turns her head to you. I don't remember. I just know I've always had it.
Always or since you turned?
I don't remember the distinction.
I see.
There's a lot of things that scare me about what I am, Tristan. And memory is certainly one of them. I'm meant to be mortal, I'm meant to be short-lived. Like yourself, like a great many people. We aren't made to live forever. I worry, of course, every day that I will become jaded and forget what matters, or care less for life, or just grab onto those hate, that cold burning. So she just sort of looks lost with what to do with her hands. She'll eventually thread her fingers together and drop them down to her midsection.
No. Trist takes at least the one hand he has free, holds it.
Sure, and, it's ice cold now.
Yeah. Did you have a burning hate towards Zealot after what he did to you? People you
Of
love,
course.
huh?
Of course. And that's why I'm here. And that's why I'll basically do anything, and that's what I oathed and promised. My contact here actually keeps me from the King's Eye, specifically, while I'm here. And, handles my pay with admittedly a healthy stipend. She sounds a little bit awkward about that part.
Black Knights.
The alchemy I do is very, very expensive, especially when I revealed that I had a weapon in the making. I didn't tell them that weapon was you.
Me.
She'll nod. Someone who hated him just as much. Pragmatist.
Is that why my wounds are healing so fast now? Why I can walk up walls?
Mm-hmm.
What have you done to me?
I've changed you slightly. You're still mortal. There's no undeath about you, but you have the nature of my gifts. The gift portions of it, at least. That and probably some kind of weakness to radiance. I don't think you've ever been struck with it to know.
So what? You've been sneaking into my tents and taking a nibble.
You offered me it once in one of your nightmares.
Of course I did.
It's not an attractive name for what you are. It's technically a blood thrall. You're slightly addicted to me.
Oh, is that all? Well, alright. And so, what was your plan? To just fill me full of vampire juice and throw me at Velt?
Originally, but thankfully I'm not so jaded as I thought I would become. I believe the route that you're on is a destination towards success. I think it will be an expensive success, but I think it nonetheless the right way to do it. Especially since it seems your mother came upon the exact same designs as I did. Now I can't trust if it's even my idea.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Fine. Listen to me, Cass, and listen well. You want to do anything to me again, you ask permission. If you swear to me that you will do everything in your power to ensure Velthamon's destruction, I'll keep your secret. As gods know I want to.
That, and I think Faunra would ensure that I would have to run quite far, and fast.
She wouldn't be the
Ariel
only
too.
one.
Bob. I suspect Tajana to be pragmatic enough. Oh no, I've thought about this a lot, as you might expect. And she'll sort of do the awkward shuffle canter from side to side, especially as a walking guard begins to close on them. She'll keep walking you guys along the pathway. About as far as her. I'm afraid to swear that I'll do everything in my power, because that would only put all of you at risk, especially you. I don't think you want to be made into a weapon, for sure. It's all well and good to, suckle on that cold hatred and dig right in and start punching and stabbing and... You might lose yourself like your mother did. Presumably dead. I suppose we don't know for sure.
What the hell else is there before me, though? It's my blood, right? If he was like this, I'm like this. He'll be more like us, too, till he's dead.
Of course. But I would like you to be, appreciative of what comes after. God damn it, Bob.
What does come after?
Well,
It's
for
amazing.
me, death. I would rather not go insane. For you, I don't know. There are plenty of girls who are sweet on you. Retirement and family. There'll be always more great beasts to slay, I'm sure.
Unacceptable.
Pardon me?
Unacceptable. Triss is gonna lean around and just cup the centaur's cheek. You dying, letting yourself, killing yourself after this. I won't allow it.
Please, I'd much rather face the sun than... I don't know. Live until I don't give a shit anymore. Outlive my children. Gods only know I don't want to do that. I haven't seen them in over a decade, near 2 decades. And even still, that thought is poison to my veins. I refuse to outlive them.
There must be something we can do to reverse this.
Well, I'm hoping kill Velthramar.
See? We kill that bastard, maybe it'll undo the curse on everyone he's touched. You, my mother. There's one more reason to stove his ancient head in.
I'll leave the choice to you, but I haven't finished making the concoction anyway. I'm just as afraid of making a new, King of the Darkness out of you instead.
Is that right?
Yes, and I'm sure being queen would be incredibly fun. I'd be more than a little bit guilty.
That's what the future me said. Said you'd become a monster to kill Veld. Well, we'll see. For now, though. You're right, at least I'm a pragmatist. Triss is going to just squeeze Cass's hand. If you can help me kill Velthamar, and though it may damn my soul, it's a price worth paying for this world. And Trist is going to use his other hand to cup Cass's cheek around, and he will give her and smooch on lip.
Yeah. And as you do so, your lips find the edge of fangs, indeed.
Pulls away Tristle. Pat Cass's cheek, say, "We'll talk more later. For now, I have exactly a minute before I need to be at a meeting, so..."
I suppose I have to giddy up then, don't I?
Trist will tuck her book into her saddlebag. Let's go.
Yeah. And she will clip-clop you like the mile to the bastion quite quickly, staying silent all the way. And as she lets you down at the entrance, she'll pause. You know, I'm surprised Ariel hasn't noticed. I can't hide myself from divine sense.
Trist will just shrug. Hell, I figured it out on my own. Guess she's just stupid. You just walk inside.
I don't remember you ever telling me anything like
I
with her.
I have not only told you, I've given you her direction every time, power, and how close she is to you, and you've never realized it's her.
Yep,
She's the
that-
cold wind that follows you.
Oh my fucking god!
And it's always been like, it's the cold wind is to the west, and it's been Cassy stood on your western side, or
I've only
behind
done
you,
it when like
or to your right. You've done it
I've only-
5 times, and I've given you her location,
know,
direction every time.
I've only
Listen.
done it around places that seem like they have undead other than her.
Yeah, well, that's why you would fucking detect undead.
Listen,
Hey,
Amxal,
Amxal, do you,
Fucking god.
Amxal, now you understand why I say gathering. Okay, maybe not the gathering of the minds for this party.
That's mean.
Okay, that was just Trist being mean. That's so unlikely for you to have noticed.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
fucking Tristy's throbbing intellect to put this together.
Yeah,
Amxal, don't even worry about it.
yeah. I don't think anyone caught that.
Yeah, my character in Merzenhammer had a best quality aspects and and got 6 degrees of success and didn't recognize that one of the people she was confronting was a Chaos Space Marine. You're fine.
That
These
is
are playing up to my 10 intelligence, guys. I'm fucking.
Oh, God.
I mean, now I know, like, if I keep sensing cold wind, I just need to start looking towards other people, because apparently it's just been something that's following us the entire time.
Yeah, like that's the thing as well. Like I've been describing as well the undeath that you're looking at, like, you know, creeping tendrils, like I've been describing very distinctly completely different undead, and then always, literally after all of that, then go as well the cold wind, and then described its location and distance every time, and it's just like gone over your head. I'm I was baffled for the longest time that it just didn't twig, and I get it, because no one expects a centaur to be a vampire. Like, it's way out of expectation, and it delights me.
Well, I mean, I don't expect the centaurs walking around in daylight to be a vampire.
That too, although there have
I
also
was
been...
dropping so many hints after we found the cloak. I was like, guys, vampires can just walk in the day now. Grandmaster, vampires at the daylight!
We literally only just found that a few sessions ago.
I know, and yeah, the entire time, her little gothic horse blankie that I kept referencing, that is how she has been able to walk in the sun.
Wait, then how did she resist, like, the 5 times I used Turn Undead?
I actually did make saves in GM roll. She has actually just succeeded every time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she has on 2 occasions not been in range, and on 3 occasions succeeded. And she's also gotten very awkward and uncomfortable when you've talked about using Turn Undead. That went over everyone's head as well. There are so many occasions where I've
Wait,
dropped these
how's
sub
she
hints.
feeding herself? Cause don't
Hi.
they
She's
have to, like,
been
Tristan.
drinking from Trist during his nightmares.
That's
Okay,
why I
alright.
got turned into a fucking vampire thrall.
Yeah,
Okay,
Tristan is
alright.
Tristan's a blood thrall. He actually has
Okay,
he
alright.
has hit point regeneration, radiant weakness, improved dark sight, and he
So-
can climb up walls.
So this is
Spider
another
walk.
thing you guys could have noticed. For the last half of the
That's how she
campaign, every time
climbs-
Tristan's
that's
been
how she
injured,
climbs
every
walls.
6 seconds I've been adding 2 hit points to my bar, and it's just slowly
Yeah, no one's
filled
noticed
up.
that either. Yep.
Well,
And
I mean,
nobody
how do I-
noticed.
Okay, look, watch this. Okay, look at my bar here. If I'm at 25 and then I suddenly add just 2 hit points,
Yeah.
I don't look like I've really gained
But
true.
any.
every
Also-
6 seconds until it's back to full.
Yeah,
That's
you guys
full
have
round.
come out hurt, and you're like, "How's everyone doing?" And Tristan's been like, "I guess I wasn't hurt as bad as I thought, just a couple bruises."
Also, I don't pay attention because I want to point at my healing dice.
We have a life cleric. Life cleric is very strong.
God,
Very-
when you say everything out loud, it makes me feel so fucking stupid for not noticing it.
I just
It's-
fully
it-
admit that I'm stupid and oblivious.
It's been a genuine joy, and this is why Savin has been buzzing with excitement, and I've been buzzing with, oh my god, how do I play this out? For an entire week and a half now since it became obvious that it was going to happen.
Ugh.
Yeah, I was low-key dreading Cass would just like... That's why I got you to fucking drop the Protection from Evil, because
Evil, in
either
case
she was
she
going to dominate my ass, or she was going to turn into a monster just like, Wicked Witch of the West off into the distance and be like, no, my
Yeah,
waifu.
no. I thought you were going to use it because of, like, you were afraid of something with the Council of Minds here.
Yep, even that. It was Cassy. And now I can reveal some of her fun other abilities that she has. She has Vampire at Will Charm Person, which is fantastic.
Shit saved though.
Oh no, this is the normal. This is the at will. That's the she can do that charm at no cost, not a spell slot. She isn't high enough level for dominate yet, but she has that too. She has the vampire skill set.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's also why her constitution is locked to 18, despite the fact that she was lower level than all of you guys.
Yeah, like, it's a total metagame reason, but, like, as players, that was the first big red flag, is like, you can't have 18 con at first level.
Mhm.
I
Squint.
passed it off as just being an NPC and
NPC.
having...
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Except in this, the NPCs are, especially because of the rival pie, they're all real character sheets. Jesse's a character sheet, Tiara's a character sheet, and Cass is a character sheet.
Okay.
I mean, there's a character sheet now because. she
Oh
has
well,
that
okay, yeah,
level.
Tiara went from being an NPC to being someone with a real tracking. Cass has always been a real sheet.
Mhm.
There's
Okay.
it's
amazing.
I'm delighted that I got to do the reveal, because that one has been, as you might expect, eating me up from the very first section you met her.
Part of the stress explosion
Yeah,
every night.
like I said, if we not
Every
go
week.
face first into somebody's secrets.
Meanwhile, Trish's like, hello, Cass's secrets. Let me just get a meat hook here and pull these out. Thank you.
Yep, and she's just like, once again reveals to Tristan that the ever-repeating cycle of chivalrics is dark romance.
Yeah.
Love that
Well,
so much.
And literally all of my character traits when I started out. If you haven't noticed, this guy here named Tristan, that's an Arthurian knight from the Legend of Tristan and Isolde, aka
yeah, the Knight
the
of Sadness, I
archetypal,
know.
the
the
archetypal,
saddest boy.
the saddest boy, eternally torn from his waifu, the first Romeo and Juliet story, the star-crossed lovers. It's like,
Okay,
yep,
Us
I deserve
three
this.
players know that one, yeah.
We get it. Most of us have read Lord Byron.
Sure. There are other really fun name tricks, though, that are in there. For one, obviously, I don't think anyone ever went out and said it. Tristan's name is Lancelot.
Yeah,
That's also true.
Yeah, no, not everyone would grab that.
thought that was
I-
just part of the thing.
I did not grab that, no. I
Yep.
just thought it was...
Tristan
How
DeLaunch is Tristan Lancelot.
Also, Lancelot is derived from the character of Tristan. He's just a French XP of him.
Okay.
Yep. Cassiopeia, in and of herself, isn't a direct Arthurian reference, but Tristan's family, Morgan, obviously, Morgan Le Fay.
Yep.
However, in this, she's Morgan Unspirus. Spirus sounding like spear, similar to Lance, and Spirus is just the Welsh Morgan Le Fay.
No,
It's Irish.
I got it. I understood these references once you named my mentor Galahad.
Yeah, Galehort is Galahad.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Let's see here.
I
Who
don't
else
know
have we
anything
got?
Arthurian related, but I'm also over from the jungles.
Yeah. Indeed, the Orphan of Dusk Vale, Lady Isabel. Again, it's just another reference to Tristan's
Isolde.
Dark Fate. Is it Isolde? It's been joy. All of this has just been like squeezed down into the back the entire time. All hints there for people to find. And it's all been just crushing my noggin since session 1.
Hopefully this eases some of the end of session stress.
Yeah, a little bit. Let's see here.
not
What
all
else
of
have we got? Oh yeah, Aestra Bedvere. Literally Bedivere. Bedware.
I
Yeah,
You got that
yeah,
one. Yeah.
clearly from her husband. Yeah.
Yep. Her husband who loved the king. Hello to the eternal king Arthur. And now maybe you can also figure out what Arthur is based on what what various forms of Arthurian lore are. I'll throw you that one for free. After blindsiding you with literally everything else.
You mean fucking we're missing the goddamn road signs?
As we always do.
Air quotes.
Yeah, I've never been too interested in Arthurian lore, but now I feel kind of bad for not noticing at least some of these. I mean, that's the thing as well. Like, this has all been relayed in dialogue and RP, and so you don't always grasp those strands. Like, they're just names of reference, essentially. But
oh yeah, also Tammy is basically just Mordred. Lol.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
Tammy is Mordred.
And designed after Arthur, Lily, and Fate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see here. And yeah, also, Ariel, your patron.
I mean, yeah. Literally the spear of light that was wielded by him. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
To be fair,
I'm
an
glad.
actual
Like,
Arthurian legend Runga was just kind of a name that was there. Fate really made it into something.
It's one of the many weapons that King Arthur had, including
Yeah,
like a
but
dagger
it
that
was kind
to
of just a
bend
name
shadows.
yeah.
I
all
looked
sorts
this
of
up.
cool shit.
Runga Midiad really wasn't much of a thing until Fate made it a thing.
Correct. But yeah, there's a fantastic arsenal of Arthurian weapons that you guys, in fact, a number of them have been cribbed as Arms of Light.
Yep.
It's really nice that someone original, did all this fantasy for me in the past.
I know, right?
Yeah.
There's not a goddamn original bone in my fucking body.
No, but
That is the role of a
Well,
GM. Just synthesize.
No. Straight. No. Oh, wait.
you're interpreting them fantastic.
Wizard.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hi.
Some kind of wizard of Stray. I was looking at Stray's name when trying to talk to you.
Okay.
Sorry. So, like you said, you don't have a single original bone in your body.
Yeah.
I will contest that. Wait
The
until
non-original.
Kina comes.
Oh, yeah.
There is true. There are many Canadians, but that one's mine, and there are none like him.
Yeah, but then you're gonna have a real.
Yeah, I
original
really want his original bone in my body.
Jesus.
Anyway.
Anyway,
So I got that.
so that Galeheart monster, right?
Yeah.
How about them monsters?
There is a sack of potatoes just waiting outside the council's mind.
That
For
is
sure.
the wrong side of the building.
That is the wrong side of the building there.
Well, we were there last time. You placed us there.
That's
last
true. It
time.
did actually wrap all the way around. You're right. I should actually have dropped you off there. Hedrah is in the right place.
Yeah.
What can't I dangle in front of you for another week?
Don't worry. This is not an extensive thing. It's just the
What else am I?
secretary is just waiting there. So,
Yeah.
oh,
Well,
hello there, Tris.
what else am I missing? Sorry, Stray. I don't know.
No, when I first when we got to the city 3 sessions ago, I was gunning for it, and then last session I helped do a natural 20 for it.
I know, but it's also still something that's all being tested for downtime actions, and soon there's going to be a big summary, and I get to come back to all of that. That's why I threw you a bone by giving you Rani's early testimony of it. I don't know what else to tell you right now. There's also just not as much information, but I have told you what it is, and I will soon tell you where it is, but I don't know what else you can expect from me.
Well, I was just looking at the
Hey, Bob.
That's true.
gothic duo there.
Yeah, Cass
there.
is trotting along after towards you guys.
So, what is Cassie blush status after the big smooch? How red that face?
She's had like a mile to canter it off.
All right.
But let's see here.
Chris probably has the most neutral look possible on his face.
Fucking Cassie is crushed. Like she was prepared for this day to come. That honestly turned out way better than she could have expected. Yeah, no, she's ice cold.
Yeah,
She's good.
Hey, Bob.
Okay, good to see you. Good to see you two lovebirds.
Just about to hit meeting
Here,
time. What's up?
Yeah, you still have like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Just
So walk with me.
toss us a fucking bag with padded vials inside for you, for them. Don't take them after each other. Instructions inside. Have fun. Bye.
Okay.
Read it later.
Thanks, Bob.
Sure.
Cass is gonna look at you
Oh,
weirdly
okay.
and like let you off. All right, have fun at your meeting, Trist. I'm gonna go be at the library, I suppose.
Yeah, I'll see you there later. Trist
You
will
missed a square.
hop off. He's still holding her hand for a moment longer. Parting squeeze.
Gives a little squeeze. You're just born with a heart full of neutrality.
That was Tristan, or rather, he got stabbed in where his heart should have been, and then all that was left was neutrality.
Mm-hmm. This is where we get to find out the Velt keeps your heart in a jar.
No, it's just on the other side. I have a heartbeat.
Yeah, no, it's on the other
I've
side.
got a jar of dirt. I've got a jar of dirt.
Angus
No, that's
lives
just me
inside
calling it that. But yeah,
Just some potions to help him up during the extensive nights of unrest, air quotes. So it doesn't have to deal with them that often.
Appreciate it.
let's see here. So you're meeting Councilwoman Arness. I need to grab a token. One moment. I know that I had it, and I can't find it. And I'm sure if I'm re-upload, I'm gonna upload it into the GM layer, just so it doesn't like just fucking drop a massive goddamn token into the middle of the screen. Also, Roll20 has been weird reviews lately, surprising literally fucking no one. So it might randomly boot me out, but I'll be back. Let's see here. Where is your token? There you is. Also, fantastic art that she has. Token layer, and then give everyone the old Shift Ziarino.
Hey, it's that art I sent you the other day.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it was the one you sent the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, I needed art for this councilwoman.
Oh God, why have I just immediately entered the MILF zone again? No, please stop.
Never leave.
Although
Nice
right now,
shoulders.
she has like panda eyes, and you can smell strongly the scent of like roasted coffees of the southern deserts as you are escorted up into her office. She's got a large stack of papers and a beautiful dress on, and she's yawning.
Good morning, Councilwoman. I'm Tristan DeLance. Pleasure.
Ah, Sir Launce. A pleasure. I am Arness, Councilwoman of Political Histories. It's a frankly riveting subject that goes incredibly underappreciated. I apologize if I'm a little bit out of sorts. I was up late night reading.
Well,
At which point she's like still scanning the edge of her book before she forces herself to close it and put it away.
I'm here, if nothing else, but to appreciate the politics of the kingdom, specifically with regards to their history.
Of course. Ask your questions away. I'm deeply curious as to what you've come to me for that you might not have wanted to go to a library about. Don't get me wrong, I love my books, but...
Well, this is a subject that books everywhere seem to be sorely lacking on. From what I can gather, there used to be a grouping of mages, scholars of some sort in the kingdom that tended to magical phenom, the supernal court. They've come up more than once in our investigations for the king. I need to know more about them.
Well, it used to be that I knew not much, but you're not the first person who has come to me in regards to the supernal court, although it's been, oh goodness, a year or so since. But I was forced then to tell them that I knew nothing about it, which drove me to distraction. So, of course, did a lot of research, asked some particularly elderly gentlemen and gentlewomen whose identities they have wished to keep rather shut up, in order to learn more details about the supernal court. If I might ask you for questions first tonight. She pauses. Oh, also, please, come grab a seat and pour yourself a cup of coffee.
Tristan will do so. He's
You
also
see she has
had
to,
a rough night.
move. Yeah, you see she has to, move a fucking fat stack of parchments and books.
Alright, people really don't visit her office that often, I guess.
No,
Poor
her
lady.
office is literally just where she comes in to read books all day.
Oh.
And, I mean, she writes dissertations as well, shit like that. Yes, unfortunately, I'm very interested in a field that very few are.
Well,
But it's the fate of knowledge.
hopefully it can help with the task for the king in this case.
For the king himself, usually he's the one who expunges histories, and in this case, as regards to the supernal court, that is exactly the matter. See, the supernal court were complicit on a number of arguments made with the fairy queen. Previously, it was apparently not so much an order or house, but a society. I think like a brotherhood or a sisterhood, initiation rites, rituals, that kind of thing. Fraternity.
Okay.
That kind of thing. The supernal court was a fraternity devoted to not just the preservation of individuals, Faye, but where did you learn about the Supernal Court?
Crystal sort of spread his hands. I don't know if I'd say I've learned about it. I learned it existed from a few different places. I think the first time we came across it was an old wizard's tower. They had their names and ranks chiseled into the stone, but it had fallen into ruin. Nothing but a basement left, full of monsters.
Oh, that's a shame. I bet they would have had quite the collection. You see, the Supernal Court is a fraternity invested in the romancing of the Fae.
Just squint his eyes. Come again.
That's exactly what they would have done.
Just puts his face into his hands. Fucking goddamn, not again. Okay.
Of course, that's not entirely what the Supernal Court's measure was, but that is the majority of observations I've gleaned from various interviews with elven folk and a number of Fae, once initiate into the Supernal Court themselves. I believe there was a great deal of arcane mystery experimentation and traversal of the veil, the spaces between. But primarily they resolved diplomatic situations with Faekind, and that oft lended itself to less spurious acts. I'm really sad there is no literature left for it, because it sounds like it would be both a riveting read and an entertaining series of pictures.
I'm sure. Well, that was unexpected. I thought they were more of a mage college. Something like that.
Well, I mean, it's obviously a fraternity, and almost explicitly it would have been, Twisters of the Arcane, the occasional Druid, or even the old stage shaman, back when they were still quite popular. The old days of priesthood, or again, that's just me falling off into things that I find interesting, probably not quite yourself.
Well, you'd be surprised, but
Fair enough.
Let's stay on the topic of the court itself.
Sure. Well, let us say that, a bunch of mysterious pixies are turning children into bunny rabbits in a village somewhere.
I remember that.
Before the Werehare came along, and that would have probably been construed as quite racist. It would have been the Supernal Court sent in attendance to resolve that matter, and I'm sure the compromise they came up with, though might have been lurid, would have at least been breached in education.
They're more diplomats than anything. Interesting.
Correct. Fey diplomat.
So, why would they have been expunged then? Seems like they did something useful.
Or someone useful. I believe there was a disagreement between, romantic endeavors with a number of members of the Supernal Court, and one with whom the Eternal King had found himself quite infatuate. At least that's more the rumor than anything. You'd probably have to ask him why, and I don't suspect he'd answer.
So, they cock-blocked the king, and then he disbanded their brotherhood. Isn't that it?
That appears to be the case. I'm sure there's more to it, but that, and I'm sure the story is quite condensed. History and romance are often quite closely tied, and wherever they meet, it seems to result in no ending of tragedy.
Yeah, that tracks.
She will smile faintly. I have an incredible selection of treaties on the rise and fall of political groups in regards to relationships breaking down.
Might might be interested in a few of those volumes for mission-related reasons. Anyway, so this port, did it have a main base of operations, a castle somewhere, giant, probably phallic wizard tower?
Oh, Wizard Towers are phallic, I'd think.
Some are squat. There's one in
Are they
Rona Village
wider then
that's...
instead?
Yeah. Everyone loves the chicken of the sea.
Hmm. She too will like just mumble vague confirmations into a cup of coffee. So. Very well. Let's see here. I have some notes. One moment. She'll get up, high heels, do a clickety click clack. And yeah, she is wearing luscious high heels that do fantastic things for this woman's rear.
Appropriate levels of appreciation. Just will watch her.
Yep, she will reach into. I would call it a bookcase, but it's more like an open-faced filing cabinet. See, she's got like bookmark cards between letters and sections before she gets to S, and you can see the section for S is like it's broad for sure. But she pulls out only a couple of thin folders in regards to the Supernal Court. Here we go. She places her report down on the table, and you can see it's been attended to in like really beautiful, flowing writing script.
Do I recognize it?
What, her handwriting?
Oh, her handwriting. Okay, no, I was thinking this was like an older report, and I was like, God damn, Mom, not again.
No.
Okay.
There's this is all her writing collated reports and information.
Okay, so her stuff. Gotcha.
Yes, this is all collected by me. She will tap her hand on the piece of like I suppose the folder card, and she'll open it up and reveal a number of parchments. Let's see here. The Supernal Court. Well, it probably would have been a location endemic to the Fae. A place with thin veils or significance, probably emotionally more than anything. This part, I confess, I'm not entirely aware of. Sorry. The Fairy Queen herself would likely know, but you'd have to get an audience with her for such. Perhaps the hills to the south of the Fae? And southeast? She'll gesture at this section here, right by the hold, where it's very hilly.
Southeast, you say? Any other sites of import to them then, if not their stronghold?
Only the personal homes of a few ex-members, and I hate to say it, but that would be rather unfair of me to divulge, as some of them are still quite alive.
Wait, really?
Well, yes, they're elven.
Do you know who they are? Being able to talk to a member of the court would be extraordinarily helpful.
You can see her eyes light up. Okay, now there's definitely more to this Supernal Court than you are getting at. Do tell.
All right, I'll tell, but understand that this is just purely conjecture. I can't prove it yet because I haven't talked to anybody. I'm trying to find these people. They may have found a way, one of their members may have found a way to kill Veld for real. A poison that would take him down. Weapons against him.
Really now? That's a far leap for a group of Fey diplomats.
I know. That's the problem. That's why I didn't expect them to be diplomats. The research I've found them delving into doesn't match that at all.
Well, I suppose they must have some arc wizard amongst their number. Not one of the Fey contacts I know personally. Otherwise,
they-
no doubt that would have been spread around, propagated information.
Right, but maybe they could put me on the right track.
This is true. They might know some old laboratory or tower, one of their more wizardly of members of the fraternity.
Right, exactly.
Well, far be it for me to call it a pipe dream, but crazier things have happened. I should know. It's my job to research them.
Exactly. If there's even a hint of truth to what I've seen, then it's a lead too good to pass up.
Very well. One of them, I believe, has retired to the hold of the forest tonight. They'd actually be publicly available. Let's see here. So Ayla sings in the moon.
Oh, did she
They
marry
had
to a centaur? No, never mind. So Ayla sings in the moon.
Of
That's
course.
a Fey name, all right.
The contact is undoubtedly Elven. I assume Sings in the Moon is a surname they've taken.
Hmm. You know of any others? I can't imagine there'd be one in King's Seat, but
Not in King's Seat, and although I do know from missives sent out and information gleaned and gathered, their requests are for anonymity. You'd have to probably learn such things from Sir Ayla himself.
well, that's a hell of a lot more than I had before. Thank you, Lady Arness.
Oh, please, it is my pleasure. I'm obviously going to have to do more research myself. Here I was thinking they were just a bunch of fey-fingering sex tourists.
Here I was thinking they were a bunch of power-mad archwizards, and the truth's somewhere in the middle.
Yes, they could be both.
By the way, do you know at least the head of their order? Heard a name, I think Morgan passed around, but
She's
fortunately...
gonna try an insight on you. Would you like to give me a deception, please?
Okay. Sure. I shall deceive with the best of them. Yeah, 30.
All right, nerd, show me what you got. Oh, well, fair enough.
Crushed.
Yes, I have. That would be the leader. One Morgan of the Supernal Court.
Hmm.
Is she this archmage that you're expecting?
Could be. Do you know what
That
happened
or
to her?
oh goodness knows. My assumption, perhaps some of their assumptions, is that she found herself a nice fey individual and, climbed off to the other side for rampant sex parties or something. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Does it now?
Don't worry about it. But like you said, at least half the order's a bunch of rampant sex tourists.
Of course. I'm sure she's recounted as quite the beauty.
Since she's not around anymore, you happen to know where her home might have been, or a tower,
Goodness,
or anything
no.
like that?
No, I'm afraid not. That would have likely been the first place to suggest you otherwise. No, and if my contacts knew such details, they kept rather shut up on the matter.
Fair enough. Well, unless there's anything you can think of that I urgently need to know about these courtiers, then I think that'll do me for now.
No. Not that I can think of. As I say, unfortunately, I've got this very thin file, and it's all been derived of my own research. You'd have to go to the surviving members of the Supernal Court for such things.
All right. Well, thank you again. This has been incredibly helpful.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's, as I say, incredibly rare that someone stops by for the political histories.
Well, should the history of the realm rear itself again, I shall know right where to look.
Wonderful, and hopefully it requires more actual politics than sex cults next time.
I will endeavor to find less lurid subject matter.
My thanks.
Good day.
And yeah, she'll
Crystals.
ring a little beautiful silver bell, and eventually not a guard, probably just a squire or a scribe will come up and get you.
All right, yeah, I'll let him lead me out. I'll just ask out of curiosity if he's seen Sir Ivis around. He disappeared on us the other day.
Roll me a d4.
Sure.
No, afraid not.
That's all right.
I don't think many knights hang around the political sciences and histories.
Well, do what I can to change that.
Ah, you should. Knowledge is power.
That's right. That is very right. Ruffle
will,
the squire's head.
They will escort you to the staircase, and you can head on down there.
All right.
I must get back to work.
All right. Good day to you.
And you, noble sir.
As soon as Triss gets into the stairway all by himself, he's just gonna do that Blade Runner hands on knees silent scream fucking mom, god damn it!
So we've been having our own conversation off the side. What happened to your mother this time?
So the way the councilwoman described the Supernal Court is a bunch of magical sex tourists.
God damn it.
Fey diplomats / sex tourists, yes.
Good job.
I hate you,
Yep.
Mom. Yeah.
Yep.
Your
All
seed
right.
was cursed from the start.
It's okay though. I have another lead to follow up on. This is good. I'm
Yep.
just gonna go home now.
You're just gonna go grab some booze or something and just go start
Yeah,
drinking.
I'm gonna go get another big fucking thing of hooch and go to the library.
Nice. Actually, when you go outside, you probably see that Cass has been waiting out there.
Oh, I thought she was going to the
Although
library.
at some point, some food cart has come on by, and she's got a bunch of street meat.
Oh, hey, I thought you'd have gone to the library.
I decided to enjoy the last few glimpses of sunlight. Plus, Bob is still here. She will gesture at the Bob.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob. Well, I'm gonna go get fucking smashed and sit in the library for a while. You guys coming?
Wow.
Well, the elf isn't here.
What elf?
Oh, the dick elf?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, blue hair.
Well, you
What's that got to do with anything?
were gonna get smashed.
Smashing.
God,
I
I hate
assume.
you.
Right. Was it not a good meeting then?
Once again, we have delved into things about the Morgan that I would rather not have known. But hey, I have a lead, so that's nice.
Oh, excellent. Where is it?
Off in the forest stronghold.
Oh, your
Oh,
lead's
that's not
actually a
familiar.
knight for once.
I know, it's amazing. Actually, wait, isn't Jessie a Forest Knight?
Yes.
Oh, well, maybe she knows who I'm talking about. Can get her to... She's going back to her Nighthold. Maybe she can ask questions for me. Won't have to divert the entire group over there come spring.
I'm sure she'd be happy to help. Very well, let's go get drunk and read books.
Fantastic.
Coming, Bob?
Oh, yeah.
We should
Let's see.
resume
Well,
munching
we
what is
can.
probably some kind of taco.
Well, first we can go past the cartography area to see if we can score some like updates to our map. Then we can go get smashed.
We could. I'm not sure what the point is just yet, at least for me. I'd like to know a few answers from this forest tonight of Jesse's before we start planning out routes for next year.
Can
Yeah,
reconvene in the
but,
winter.
I'd rather
Yeah.
be, like I said, I'd rather be prepared than unprepared. So
Alright.
plus we got a lot of fucking time for the winter anyway. So might as well just get the shit done and then just see how it looks.
Alright.
See what we can find.
Can go to the cartographers, sure.
Oh yeah, those things there. Much like good berries, don't take them back to back.
Well,
That lets you imagine getting a night's sleep, but you're awake.
oh, I thought you were. Cass looks confused and goes, "Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about this taco thing I'm eating."
Ah, yes, the Magic Street Taco.
Oh no.
That would have been deeply disappointing to find out I can't eat like 20 of these.
No, but the stuff that has instructions and just telling you what it is, so so you don't have to deal with fucking nightmares.
That's... yeah. Thanks, Bob. Just reach over and pat Bob's head.
Fuck yeah, I can raise some straight tacos.
Yeah, I thought that said Ligma for a second. I was
What?
like, damn
The place that says Ligma. Yeah.
Yes. Savin, what's your fucking perception? Is it at least a fucking 10?
No.
You're passive?
No.
Okay. Is Cassy that?
Oh wow, Trist really is terrible.
Yeah, it's a 9.
It's a 9.
Trist lives in his own little world of magic and monsters and doesn't pay attention to anything around him.
Yeah, I hate to break it to you. The only reason she has a 10 at all is because she's a vampire. She's untrained. She's not very perceptive.
Well, she at least sees that when Bob gets like hair ruffle patting, there'll be like yay.
Yeah, fair. All right, she's not gonna dob you in.
Yeah.
All right. As for cartographer, you can purchase the river routes in their entirety. Per hex. However, that is all they really have to sell to you guys because they just don't have information that goes out everywhere.
Those would be the easiest ones to get, yeah.
All right. It is 5 electrum per hex.
I'll take your entire stock.
All right, you want to buy every river hex?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Let me see here.
Now she's got to
2,
count them all
3,
out.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Doesn't. Well, I guess it
8,
matters for
9,
the end costs. It's only Bob's going to say no.
Yeah, exactly. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17. 85 electrum, please.
Tonk. There we go.
All right. And now I shall reveal a chunk of the map. Polygon reveal. Doot.
Good. The hexes between rivers that you know where they are is just kind of infuriating me. So good to get rid of them.
I mean, it's fine. We don't know how the river goes. It could like go this way and then over here and that and there like that, or it could go like that.
It was more
the ones that are like 2 hexes with like from where you could just see in the middle of a fucking river.
yeah, those ones.
Yeah. I mean, it could go like north and then back down this way or something. No, actually, can't go that way. Never mind.
Well, I will tell also on the way, like, hey, Chris, I think there's a nice steed up there, by the way, for you. That's like totally your style.
I have a loyal and trustworthy steed that is very much my style already.
Oh shucks.
It's a nightmare.
I mean, that is incredibly cool, but I don't see an overwhelming amount of a point to having an extra, like, I guess a nightmare is technically sentient, but
Correct.
still.
Well, yeah, they're like very smart, like smarter than a lot of people. A lot.
That is functionally true, yes.
Don't talk about Faunra like that. Anyway.
Savic.
Hally.
Moo.
Still though, I
I'll even
don't.
give you a free beach tile that's just attached to it.
Nice.
Oh,
I don't
beach
see
tiles.
a
Those were desert tiles.
much of a point when Cass is here. Like, I can't ride on her and a nightmare at the same time.
Although I'm sure someone will have liked to try and draw that one to paper.
All right, wait, no. I can balance one foot on your back and one foot on the nightmare's back. Then I hold my lance out just directly in front of me, like a unicorn.
That sounds like a very, very easy way to, get struck dead on in the crotch, though, and completely annihilated.
Become Jean-Claude Van Damme.
But wait, may I show
Well,
you
no.
this and counter your point here?
Yeah, you could ride Cassy while she's on the nightmare, obviously.
Yes, thank you, Jeremy Crawford.
Tower of Pony Power.
It's true. No, though. Thankfully, we do not have a medium centaur in our party. We have a normal-sized pony.
Yes. I feel sorry for those who have Crawford's disease. It inflicts many, many centaur and makes it so they never grow up tall. It's like dwarfism for centaurs, and I would beg you not make fun of people with Crawford's disease.
I'm sorry. It's, of course, yes. My
yes.
insensitive. Still though.
Yeah.
Had I a need of a sudden today for a new mount, perhaps I would have looked into that, but alas, I have my trusty courser.
You think you have your trusty courser?
I'm sorry, Nightmare. I can't ride you too.
I know.
Well, Bob could.
True. Bob, you could ride a nightmare, but Bob also wants to buy a cat.
Are there special requirements for riding a nightmare?
No.
Saddle.
Okay.
God damn it.
Oh, do you want to get that? Come riding in on a beast of fire and brimstone to smite your enemies.
Seems so out of character for Faunra.
I know it is.
It's
cool. I ain't gonna say nothing negative about it. This is not what I would have expected.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, clearly-
the
clearly
nightmare
the one
is
that-
so fucking
No,
Tristan.
I'm not going to.
It
do
is.
it. I'm not going to buy the nightmare. I
Like,
can't
again,
afford the nightmare.
That's
Oh,
why I
yeah.
didn't
I mean,
jump
I
on
don't get it.
buying it earlier. I was like, because I knew this was happening. I was like, all right, if Cass fucks off after this, then yes, I'm gonna go buy a nightmare. But otherwise,
Well, fine, Cass. I
Clearly.
found a horse that's Gotha and is on fire permanently. Nah.
nay.
What happened is that
Nay.
Hally needs to pick up the nightmare so that she can heal it.
I mean, yeah, that's a totally valid thing, is to try and find a way to undo the damage to it and return it to its Pegasi roots.
I think that would be a very in character thing for Hally to do.
That's I would not deny that merit.
Hey, Stray. Stray,
What?
Buy a
Hear any
nightmare.
of
did
that?
you hear that?
I did not.
Oh,
Would
Would
it
you like
be
to buy a
an
nightmare?
in-character thing for Hally to do, yes?
To try and restore it to its Pegasi roots.
I cannot afford it. I
Tajana and Bob would like to put in money for
I-
it if you want.
I
to.
cannot afford it, and also plate armor.
Anyway,
Point is
plate is
Mm.
expensive.
before we fall actually
yeah.
too please, before we fall actually too far down that trail of like expenditures, etc., thoughts, yada yada yada, I believe that lining up your winter downtime, your various costs, locations where you plan to do it, where you plan to be, and we'll do some associated side travel rolls just in chat off the air.
No, beforehand. Show me where it is.
Oh yeah, the research stuff.
Okay, I'll show you where it is.
Stray will not be denied a moment longer.
She wants it. She's been thirsting for it.
Mhm. Let me just reveal that.
But it's gonna be like so close. Yep,
No,
right
it's
near
like the
Dragonhold.
first. Yeah. Okay.
Where is it?
This one I think, right? This is the one that revealed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
The
Oh
one
my
Savin.
God.
No, the one Savin's pointing to.
Oh, the one Satan's pointing to. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, 100 miles from Dracohol. I mean, it was Sagelhol. It was never actually going to be like the other side of the continent.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys are crazy if you think he was just like, all right, now, young Squire Hally, I know that you live like, I don't know, here, and this is the Dragonhold. It's time for us to fuck off to Cornwall.
Yeah. No, I was
Like,
expecting
we
it to
fucked
be
off
like
to Cornwall.
That's
over
true.
here-ish somewhere.
Allow me to speak a red. Yeah. In fact, I wonder if I have a neat map pin that works with this.
Skull and crossbones?
That's so pedestrian. Because of course I have skull crossbones. What I was hoping for was like snarling monster face. No. Tell you what, let's go with the forever apt some crossed swords. That seems like apt place for a kill quest to be sat.
Alrighty.
Let's just delete that. Shrunk it down a smidge. There you are.
Cool.
The name is visible. Yep. Good. Cool. And there you have it. The location of the beast herd responsible for tearing Sir Galehop from his saddle.
Excellent.
All right. Your research. I will fill in your other locations as well, since that'll be useful for you to know for the winter. Let's see here. It was the Patron Legends, yes?
Yes.
Cool. Let's see here.
Let's see here. The two questions were: what are the locations most important to the legend, and oh god, what did I do for my second one?
I don't think you ever
find it.
decided what a second one was.
I think I did decide.
Oh, if that's the case, I haven't written it down, so I don't know off the top of my head.
No, I put it in Bork's chat
Let's
somewhere.
have an
but it's been
icon that
so
was like
long.
a lance or something. We'll go with the flagger. Everyone loves a good old flagger.
Here it is. What happened to my patron at/after the end of the legend?
Okay. That one you cannot find. The information does not exist.
Oh. Okay.
That might be why that wasn't written down. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Lance.
Probably.
Lance quest also coincides with Hangman's Crossing. And another place that's not visible on your map. Let's see here. Shall very quickly reveal it. There you go. These
Wow.
are 3 locations relevant to history, to the legends of Rongaminiad.
We have been so close to 2 of these already. Jesus.
Yep.
Oh, what a shame.
Sorry, what was that?
We've been close to 2 or 3 to 2 of the locations having to do with my patron quest.
Oh, I see them on the map now. Okay. Oh, we literally passed by one of them.
We passed by both of them. We've been up
Both
to
of
Leslie.
them.
We literally went up this route to Leslie.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
I mean, I left notes for where Hangman's Crossing was, but no one bit.
I mean, we heard it and we specifically said, I don't want to go fucking Hangman's Cross. That's not our business. And we left.
This is true. And then I smacked.
Now I have
Let
to
you
go to
do that.
Hangman's Cross.
Yep.
All right.
Oh
Heck,
boy.
you want to go with me to one's on the way to
You don't want to go there alone. That's going to be bad
I'm not
times.
going
That's
there
gonna
alone,
be
no.
that's gonna be a real rough time. You do not want to do
Absolutely
you do
not.
not want to do patron quest storyline stuff without your party.
Not without my party and not in the middle of winter.
No.
Fair enough.
Plenty of reasons to definitely not do that journey.
Oh, I'm heading that direction anyway.
Yeah, I would recommend dodging places that you know might be like haunted AF. What was your question that had map sections, Savin?
All right.
Okay. You don't know. You couldn't find it.
Yeah.
Can I get? Can I
gonna
get
say,
a
like,
where
it's
can I
all-
go to find that information then?
You discovered that this session. That was
Yeah,
off the person
another
that you asked.
dude. Other than that, I got a research here thing and I rolled really good on it. It was like a 25.
You did roll. God, you did roll really, really good. Okay.
Yeah, may sound bad.
All right, fine. Let's see here. I'm gonna give you some fairies to go finger. I mean, question.
Yeah.
Do both. They like that.
Look, just
Yeah.
don't give them a flower with your left hand or
Oh man,
whatever
I
it
really
was.
hope that one fairy that hopped on Tristan somehow
Actually, just had
actually
this,
500 years old and shagged my mom too. That'd be
Oh no,
fantastic.
just her mum. You fucked your mum.
Oh, okay, well that's fine then.
Or her dad. Your mother was by. Let's see here.
The fairy that jumped you.
No, I said jumped on me.
At least it
All
wasn't
right.
a fairy night.
Yeah.
Over here is a bar known only to the Fae with an entry and a passcode. The place is called Droplets of Dew. You have found the passcode, and it is
Right near the
There you go.
cast right by it too.
I mean, you wouldn't notice
Yeah.
it. It would have been a cairnstone.
Okay.
Yeah, you literally wouldn't have ever found this place without like a nat 20.
Oh, I'm sure, but
There you have it. That is where some Fae will be, and likely information on the Supernal Court. What with them living literally in some kind of like a mystery bar.
you know what they say. You all meet at a tavern.
Yeah,
Yeah, is that all of it?
I believe so.
That's the only thing I had regarding maps.
Excellent. In which case, with this map getting ever fuller of little bits and bobs, some revelations made both in and out of character to the party, which fucking delight me unconditionally. We're gonna reach the end of the session.
Yeah.
We're sorted. We're done. Let's get that EXP and then we can be out. And I specifically could go make some delicious bagels.
Yeah.
Yay!
Bagels.
So, are we officially starting downtime next session then?
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay.
Let us see. Did you explore a new or interesting location for the first time? You've already scored in King's Seat last session.
Yeah. I don't think.
Yeah, we did.
Unfortunately, Ariel did not explore the sex dungeon, so no.
Yeah, I mean there's definitely like some like underground life to the King's Seat, but none of you guys have delved into the darker secrets of that place.
Listen, maybe next time if we can get the rival party to come here as well, I can go in that dungeon.
Yeah, you can take everyone out for a sexy party, and then you just find out the bandits are all like, "Oh yeah, also there's the bandit city hiding under King's Seat, whatever."
Yeah, just maybe there is. Maybe there is.
And to discover a new interesting truth about the land.
Gee, I don't know.
Go
The
ahead.
land.
Well,
yeah, about the
we
land.
learned all about the Supernal Court's proclivities.
Sure, that sounds fair.
Yeah.
Count that in. Also, we learned about Galehout's killer monster.
Yep. It was actually monsters, them, a herd of beasts hiding in the deep
exactly.
woods by the side of the river. Did you make a new ally or lasting enemy?
I avoided
No,
making an
thankfully.
enemy.
Yeah, thankfully you avoided it.
Well, I've got a new ally in the Juice Crew.
Juice crew.
Yeah.
All right.
The what?
I don't.
The Jew crew?
Juice.
Juice Crew.
I don't
Juice.
suppose Lady Arnes finally getting to talk to somebody about cool political history shit for the first time in like a year would make her my friend.
Not to the point of an
Okay.
ally. I mean, she's
Okay.
just an associate now, I suppose. If you stop by with more interesting information for her, then she'll be delighted. But really, what you did was turn up and go, "So, what do you know about them sex clubs?"
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah, you
All right.
basically did do that.
Advance or complete a quest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have
Sure.
once again advanced Mom quest, and Hally has once again advanced Galehout quest.
Yeah. Defeat a threat far beyond expectations. No, nobody got in a fight with the Eternal King.
I mean, hold on. Cassy was a threat far beyond our expectations, which I neutralized. But a smooch. A betrayal from within averted.
She
Easy,
definitely,
though, because
she definitely has the capacity to be an incredible threat to you guys.
But didn't she say that she already like oath to kill Veltamar? So that's not really.
That's true, but
a threat
could
to
very
us.
well. That's not an oath to protect you guys, though, for sure.
Yes, but
more
it's not
importantly, like
actively
there was a
against
very
us.
strong possibility that Cass and Triss could have like come to blows over this if this had gone south.
Yeah, and Cass is definitely beholden of the knowledge required to undermine you guys pretty severely.
Okay. So count that in then.
Yeah, I'll let you count that. The revelation of Cass, if poorly handled, could absolutely have come back to bite you guys in tremendous fashion. Because I suspect if she started running, Trista's not going to catch up.
Probably right.
No, but I would have taken that fucking blankie and unattuned her from it.
That is true. You could have done that. And then she'd be genuinely very, very, very upset. But, then she'd just be a nighttime threat forever.
Yeah.
She gets her blanket back, sending assassins after you.
Yeah. But none of that
so
had
that
to
didn't happen.
happen. So,
Yeah.
exactly.
Did you learn something new about a player character? Congratulations on your new dick and nuts, Ariel. But
Yeah.
I don't know if that counts specifically.
I mean, it does because
You know what?
I
Actually,
talked
you
with
guys
Faunra
also
and
did.
Hally about it.
You guys actually did do like a whole bunch of text RP. So, yep, I'll let you count that.
Can we also get
we also
inspiration
learned
for
Trish is
that?
willing to put aside his hatred for the darkness to kill a bigger darkness.
This is true.
Right. So who doesn't have inspiration? Because I just got extra.
I don't.
I'll take it.
Yeah, give it to
Okay,
Guts.
cool.
Actually, yeah, can I just have inspiration for all that bullshit?
Yeah, you can.
Thank you.
Totes. And has your commitment to your oath have been hard tested and upheld? Yeah, Trist.
Hi. Sweet.
Yeah. A vampire just revealed they were a vampire to you, and you were like, whatever, we gotta kill Val.
Yeah.
Yeah, just throw me
Yeah,
mouth
I'll
a
let you
little
count
bit.
that.
All right, it's fine.
Yeah, I'll let you count that. That would be really unbelievably not cool of me to be like, and that's no one gets that one. No, that's you qualify that.
Sweet.
EXP.
Now caught up to Ariel.
Oh, God.
So everyone
Welcome
else
to.
gets
I think you
4.
were with me right there.
4.
That's 4 to everyone, right? Yes.
4 to everyone,
Yes.
but you get 5 since.
Yep.
So I'm at 145. What about you?
Oh, then I'm 146.
Yeah. You got ahead of me because like, being able to, because you have an easier
Yeah.
oath to cash in now.
140. Okay, out of what?
175.
175, yeah.
Nice.
120.
But yeah, once you
Womp.
hit 175, I'm gonna increase the level requirements to get you all the way up to like a 9 and further. Because
Well, what if you just did that now?
Right in the middle.
Yeah, mostly because it feels mean to just like do that when you're already halfway up to 8. But no,
But we're at the perfect
Halfway,
level.
but-
It would be kind of mean to do it right in the middle of halfway there.
No, whatever.
Instead, you guys can watch.
Whine
me
about
do
Skow between sessions.
this.
In the meantime,
Yeah.
if you're watching on the stream or YouTube, thanks for tuning in for another session of this time Savin bullies the DM in return. Please tune in 2.5 hours for Savin bullying another GM for 2.5 hours. We'll see you then. Have a good one.